Welcome back to Can I Talk for a Second? This is a long delayed episode 4 with Mom and
Dad.
And the reason that we missed an episode because your PC broke.
Yeah, I don't know, he's not feeling well right now. So we in rebuild mode, like the Giants right now. So
The Giants, it's not football season. It's Final Four season.
yeah, but we getting ready to start up. Well, not
you're
right now,
not.
but we got the draft
just
coming
finished.
up. We got the draft coming up. All right.
I'm here to tell you, we don't care.
All right. Yeah, you don't. Us Giants fans, we're ready to win.
You know
this
what
year.
fan we are here?
What is that?
Champagne Poppy.
Oh God.
This is the hoodie that your bad influence daughter told me that I needed. I was like, I don't know if I could justify that, and she's like, you need it because what does the back of it say?
Hot moms. Oh my God.
And this asshole searches that. So
She was verifying.
no. So me and Ava went to 2 concerts recently. We went to Nicki Minaj and then we went to Drake and Lil Wayne's concert, both at Prudential Center. So when we went to Drake's concert, the merch was like, it was really limited. I was actually surprised, but this was like
Somebody didn't want to listen to me.
well, every other place it wasn't limited. Like you see on TikTok, whatever. So I was like, I went back and forth with like buying it, and I was like, she was like, no, you need it. Look what the back says. We saw somebody walk by and it said hotmoms.com on it. So she's like, I need to see if that's a website. And I was like, no, you don't. I was like, no. I was like, you don't. I was like, I guarantee you that your phone's going to block that. It's not going to let you pop it up.
Yeah, no.
So she searches it and it's like restricted. And I was like, I fucking told you.
Yeah, like, you got blockers on.
Yeah,
hold
there
on.
are parental controls on the phone for a reason, and that's one of the sites that is parentally controlled. It's in the same genre of like inappropriate websites. Man, my ears fucking hot. But yeah, so we went
somebody
to.
talking about you.
No, the fucking headphones were on. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well the headphones also made me. The AirPod headphones make my ears hot also. But yeah, we went to 2 concerts.
How
And
was that?
That was fun. We were looking at a third. We're looking at going to Chris Brown's concert in June.
I wanted to go to A Boogie, but somebody
Okay.
made a pop party.
There are a lot of things I will do with her. Going to an A Boogie concert in Flatbush is not one of them.
No, 100%.
100% not. I do a lot of questionable parenting things.
Then take me to see
Cat.
Tate McRae. You know.
I'm not taking you to see Tate McRae. I'd rather fucking chew on an eyeball than go to that concert.
Take me somewhere I want to go for once.
Then you come up with the money. I take you where I want to go because I pay for it.
Who's Tate McRae? I feel like
A white girl. Oh no, my cheese!
What you get?
Tate McRae. Okay.
She's like a TikTok.
I gotta look this up now.
You can take her to that. I ain't going to that. I'm not going to
She's
that.
like popular.
I'm not going.
I don't even know who that is.
It's somebody I'm not going to listen to. And my stance is we can go do all the fun things, but I'm not going to spend. So all in, all things considered, between the Nicki Minaj concert, the Drake concert, the merch, the parking, and everything else, I'm like $2,000 in the hole from those concerts.
Jesus Christ.
So Chris Brown's also on tour, and so is Usher. But I feel like Chris Brown's more of a vibe, and I prefer to go to Prudential, so he kind of wins.
How was the stadium though? Like,
Prudential's not bad. I think I haven't been to MSG with her, but we've been to Barclays, and I've been to all 3. I think Prudential's system is the best. Like, I've never waited outside. Like, we waited outside of Barclays for mad fucking long, and we were just as early for these concerts as we were for the one at Barclays.
Yeah.
We waited outside Barclays, what was it, David, for like 2 hours? Before, and then like it was mad unorganized and like it was just chaos and those things. So those big events with her make me nervous anyway because
of course.
like when you're out with adults and if something happened, you kind of know that the other adult's gonna like
they know how
they're gonna save their own life.
maneuver,
Like it's not my. But like if something were to happen and I'm with her, like I have to make sure she's good.
Yeah.
Like people start running and pushing and something happens and that's a rough
Stampeding
area. Yeah.
and
So
all that, yeah.
she's like, let's go see Hey Boogie and Flatbush. And I was like,
Yeah. No.
they're cheap because you might not live to see the end of the show. So it's buy your own insurance policy with the difference in the ticket.
No, they were great seats. It was section 100.
Yeah, great seats because you might not make it to the end of the show.
Yeah. That is
we
a
went
rough
to
area.
we went to Powerhouse at Prudential too.
And we lived.
That was a rough fucking show.
No, it was not.
Yes, that was a rough crowd. We had to move at some point. That was a rough show.
Jeez.
So I was like, no, we're not gonna go see A Boogie in Flatbush. We're not
See,
gonna.
this is why I don't attend these kind of events.
We're not gonna do that. But Chris Brown, I'm down to go see. That's in June. So if you want to do that one, I'm not going to see A Boogie. So,
Wait, isn't his like whole name A Boogie and
A Boogie with the hoodie?
Yeah.
So that's not happening. But
I'll convince Grandma.
I'm not taking it. Once I tell Grandma where it is and what the atmosphere is going to be there, she's going to be like, I'm not paying for that. Like, no. There are a lot of things, a lot of questionable stuff I'll do with you, but that's not one of them.
It's not him as an
It's
artist.
not him as an artist. It's just the riffraff that's going to go into that stadium with him.
I forgot they had one artist that did a show, and in his show, like, people like died.
That was Travis Scott.
Was it?
That was the
no,
Stampede.
there was. Oh yeah.
And there was one at Barclays.
Yeah.
I forget the artist that was there, and
that.
there was like a stabbing. It was Bobby Shmurda and that whole crew did a show there, and somebody got stabbed. But
Yeah, no, that's.
if that, like, I love that music. Don't get me wrong, and I might do that with my friends, maybe, but I'm not gonna do it with my kid.
Yeah, no, that's a little rough.
That's too much. Like I said, if something were to happen and I gotta run and separate from my friends, whatever. Like, you're an adult, figure it out.
Yeah, you'd
I'm
be
not
able to
gonna
meet
separate
back
from
up,
my
whatever, like. But yeah, no, those kinds of stuff. Is rough.
Yeah,
like I said, when I heard somebody died at that, I was like, yeah. See, this is why.
My mom texts me every time I take her. My mom texts me and she's like, "Be careful." And I was like, "We're going in the mosh pit tonight."
Oh yeah,
And
no.
she's like, "You have fun with that."
I mean, yo.
She's like, "Don't." Just, okay. But yeah, Chris Brown's on tour. Usher's on tour. So I was like, "If you want to do Chris Breezy, we can go do Chris Breezy."
What about?
Then we won't go. No more concerts this year.
What about Usher? What's his tickets looking like? Cause he just did
They were like
Super
$280.
Bowl.
They were expensive.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
that's
did
that's
Super
why he
Bowl,
did it. He
so-
did it after the Super Bowl because he got some
He still got
traction.
the hype.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
he still got the hype. Going
And
on.
that's at Barclays. So at least Prudential, I buy the parking. We go right there.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
Well, that's
so.
a good part. Like like that's what we do.
So that's at Barclays Center also. Russ's tickets were more expensive by $100 than Chris Brown. And I don't know if it's because of the venue, because it's in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
or what, but it's more expensive. And I love Russ, but I think Chris Brown's a more big name artist to have.
Russ who? Who's Russ?
My point. So that's case in point. And for the tickets to be that expensive, so yeah.
Well, that's
and for Barclays, like I drive into Brooklyn and I'll.
But you did say at the last Drake concert you would want to go see him.
Who? Russ? Yeah, but I'm not gonna pay that for Russ. Like if they were like Rod Wave,
Oh yeah, his were.
yeah, I would have done that, but that was also at Barclays Center. So I was like, I think about it and I'm like, could you imagine our moms have ever taken us to any type of concert?
No, I don't. I think that's why I never went to one.
No,
My mom would
neither,
lose
neither
her
of
shit.
my parents have ever been to a live music concert. Ava's been to like what, 5 of them now?
I think. Well, she. I know my mom.
Well,
goes, she
yeah,
goes
she saw,
to like.
she saw Neil Diamond, I think, right?
Yeah, Neil Diamond. She was, like
No, I'm talking
Mark
about
Antonio.
my mom has never.
So it's like.
Yeah, your mom likes stuff like that. My
Yeah,
mom
like
does not.
she does like the old school people, you know, like the,
Yeah, no, yeah, we were just turning the fuck up.
Yeah.
So look, I told Ava I waited my whole life basically to see Drake and Lil Wayne on the same stage.
Wait, so they were both there. at
That's
the
why I
same
bought
time.
these tickets because we
Oh.
already saw Drake on this. This is the second. He's been on tour for he said a year basically. We went to 2 of the shows on that tour. We went to 2 of them. So the only reason I bought it for the second show originally was because of J. Cole. Then J. Cole dropped off and I returned the tickets because the date
Yeah.
changed. And I was like, fuck it, we already saw Drake. Like, I love him, but whatever.
Yeah.
Then he added Lil Wayne and I was like, we're going. I don't care if I have to fucking sell an organ, we're going.
Oh my god.
I did not have to sell an organ, but I wanted to see Drake and Lil Wayne perform together. Oh my God. Ava was like,
No.
you're doing a lot right now. I was sweating. I had to take my fucking vest off. Like,
Yeah, you're doing a lot.
I was doing a whole lot.
too
Ava,
much.
at one point, Lil Wayne came on. Ava was like, I don't know anything. She sat, and I was like, you better get up.
I sound like it cold up my feet hurt.
I was like, get up. We are here to fucking rage, and that's what we're gonna do. And
Smack my head, just kill him.
I was like, get the fuck up. But Lil Wayne's on the stage right now. What are you doing?
Show respect.
Dead ass, get the fuck up. So yeah, that was a time because that was like all the songs that I sing to her in the car. So I started going back to the gym like seriously, like she'll tell you. I go in the mornings like 2 hours. So I ordered C4, which is pre-workout. So Ava, what happens
So
when
you
I
got,
take
like-
the pre-workout?
You got like
She gets like the immense like zoomies where she starts itching.
you get like
It starts
oh,
here.
so the creatine starts to kick in.
Itch from my
yeah.
forehead. Once I start feeling it in my hairline, I'm like I'm itchy, and then it starts to like take over my whole body. I know it's time to
Yeah,
go.
that's no, yeah.
But it's like 6:50 in the morning, and I'm like singing and like poking Ava in the head, and she's like, "Why are you like this?"
I'm like,
It's like
too early.
wired. Yeah, that's what creatine. Like that's what we used to use.
No, this is creatine plus the caffeine boost, and I just ordered the
no.
sport version of it.
Well, you want it. I think they got people like that that used to like use that when we when I was in the military, those dudes that like lived in the gym, because they'd be like the ones that are like super like pumping the machine, like, or like when they got their weights, they're like slamming them and like.
Yeah, this
I'm
gym
like,
yells at you if you slam the
I'm
gym
just like,
weights.
yo, my dude, calm down.
Like that one guy that was really going at
He was
it.
going hard. I'm like, well, why are you banging the weights together? What are you doing? Yeah, like maybe up the weight if it's that simple.
Yeah.
Like maybe add one more like rack to that.
Just go up or go down on the little
And just
scale.
change the pin and yeah, because you're making a whole lot of fucking noise and I don't understand why.
like I don't think this is.
But-
I don't think this is legal.
No, yeah, like shut the fuck. Honestly, I'm just like shut the fuck up. That's why I like going in the morning because it's empty.
Oh my gosh, I could not.
I took her with me a couple mornings
Yeah.
and I put her through my leg day routine.
Oh yeah, she was complaining last. She's like, my legs, I'm dying, and I'm like,
And that was the abbreviated version. Like I usually do a full. Yes, it was. I didn't do every exercise I normally do with her. Like
Oh my God.
I held it. Yeah, okay, and she cried about it. Like she was gonna. He just said you complained.
Yeah, because bro, you
She was-
made me do this stupid thing with dumbbells that has nothing to do
RDLs.
with my legs.
Yes, it does. Has everything to do with your legs.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do
You,
with
but you
my
that because you're doing it wrong. That's exactly why you didn't. Because I showed Ava. It was a hinge at the hip exercise. It's an RDL. No, Ava's like a teapot. Like she's just like the thing at the car wash. She was just not doing it right. Like wrong muscle group entirely. And I got tired of telling her, so just let her do whatever the fuck she was gonna do.
do what you want to do.
Yeah, whatever modified version of that is. You have fun with it, but that's not how the exercise works.
I guess you worked the wrong.
She was
muscle
like,
group.
you're supposed to like hinge at the hip. It's supposed to be like stationary legs, stationary upper body, like
Yeah.
neutral, and you're supposed to hinge at the hip to like stretch your glute and back. No, it was not. She was like, and I'm like, that's not the exercise at all. And I kept like trying to like hold her back to keep her spine, and she was like just all fucking floppy, and I was like, you suck at this. I was like, I'm not wasting any more time in my precious workout to show you proper fucking form. I was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah,
Do what you're gonna do
well,
then.
Well, now we know personal trainer is not in your future. That's it.
No, it's not. I have always worked out alone. I don't like working out with a partner usually. It depends. But I will say even then there's a period of the workout where I'm split up. Like I don't even if I'm working out with somebody I know in the gym, like the entire workout is not with somebody. Like the core and functional strength exercises I have to do by myself. I don't
Yeah.
mind doing cardio or anything else like with another person.
Yeah.
But those exercises I'm real particular about them.
Okay.
So, and I sent, the GIF I sent you yesterday with the monkey clapping the cymbals, I sent it to her. When I'm supposed to be counting my reps, sometimes I zone out and I don't know how many I've done. She's like, you've done 14, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. I
I was like, Mom,
I was counting and then.
And then the
that
monkey was
it.
like,
Then it just started.
I heard the ice
happening.
cream truck song in my head and I'm
Yeah,
like,
something
oh,
happened. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So what'd you think? What'd you think about this New York earthquake? Well, it originated in Jersey,
it did.
but I mean, the epicenter. Let me be
The
correct.
epicenter was in New Jersey.
Yeah, but
Okay.
we felt a little taste.
I'm going to be 100 with you. I didn't even know what happened.
Bro, I swear to God, I feel like
I
so
didn't
it
know.
happened. So this was the funniest thing was so we all chilling in the office and all of a sudden like everything's just like shaking, right? So I'm like, what the fuck was that? Well, everybody's looking at each other like, what the fuck? Because our screens, everything is shaking, like, and we're like, what the fuck was that?
I was unaware.
So we had one of our guys was like, oh, it was the wind. So we were like, wait.
That's a lot of wind.
Yeah, so now we like, hold up. So now everybody starts to get on their phones and start checking.
Did you get the emergency alert?
Well, that came
Like an hour later.
Yeah, that came
Like, it already
20, 30
happened.
minutes after, yeah. But then we started looking at our phone, we're like, earthquake? Now I'm literally thinking tectonic plates are about to come to the ground.
We're not even on a fault line. That can't happen.
like-
We're not on any type of fault line.
Just in my head, I heard earthquake, I felt the shake, I thought
No, I was blissfully unaware of that
No,
occurring.
I literally thought the world was coming to an end. I called everybody. I called my mom, my dad. I called Amanda. Then I called you, but then you didn't answer.
Did you call me? No, you did not.
Yes, I did. I
did
called
not
you.
call When did you call me? I was doing laundry.
There's no way. Well, then, I don't know. Maybe.
Much lies. There's no calls from you in
I
here.
did call you. Hold on. What
No,
day was that?
That was Friday. Thursday, Friday. Ava and the fucking sushi place. The only
What
place
did I
I called on
call?
Friday.
Ava? Friday?
You called Ava.
No, there it goes right there.
When? It didn't come here.
Definitely did.
It did not. That was yesterday. See?
Yeah, you said Friday.
No, yesterday was Saturday.
Yeah, the earthquake didn't happen
It happened Friday. So there's no call. It was
That one
Thursday.
time I tell you, look, see, Friday, hit the little. Oop,
My picture is
10:28
fire. 5 seconds. You didn't even let that shit ring, bro.
Oh, I let it
You
ring,
didn't let. You
bro.
just had boop. I don't care.
I let it. So then after that, I called Ava. Ava didn't pick up. She called me back. I'm like, yo,
Ava was
you
sleeping.
good?
I was doing laundry. I had no idea.
Yeah. Then I asked her. I'm like, yo, you didn't feel that? She's like, feel what? And I was like, the rumble. She was like, I thought it was my phone vibrating. I'm like, so the phone vibrating shook the whole apartment?
I was not. I was putting laundry together. Nope. I was putting laundry together, putting the bags together, everyone was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "The fuck?" And the lady's like, "That was just an earthquake." And I was like, "Bitch, we're in a laundromat. It's probably a machine." Like what? And then the lady was like, and then like people started saying, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not surviving the fucking apocalypse because I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah,
I was
I was-
completely oblivious to the danger. I was like,
literally thought we were
okay.
gonna die. Now tomorrow we got this solar eclipse that everybody's hype about. That I don't even think anybody's gonna see anyway.
I don't
They're
think
talking about like it's got to be over like
we are on the line of sight.
New York is, but we
Yeah.
can't look at it.
No, well,
so-
her class is going to look at it.
No, no,
Well,
we-
not make me seem like that. I specifically.
Her class is going to see it. I had to sign a permission slip.
No, my class is not going to see it. It's an after-school thing. Get it right. before
Okay,
class.
a club, a class, whatever that she's
Yeah.
going to see. I had to sign, give permission for her to go do it. So
Anyway, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it, but I don't think we even supposed to be looking at it without your little.
no, you're supposed to put special glasses on.
Total eclipse glasses.
Yeah, I'm like, I saw a thing on Instagram that was like, not me looking at the eclipse dead on, so I can file for disability on Tuesday.
Oh.
Like,
Dude, I'm telling you that I don't know what's happening. Something's going on with the world right now.
you know what? I'm not surviving the apocalypse. I had no. And then we felt the aftershock though. Did you feel the aftershock at like 6 o'clock?
Yo, I'm telling you right now, I felt like I was gonna die.
We were in the parking lot, and I was like, "Is my car running rough right now? Like, is my car?" And I'm like, "I don't know. My car feels like it's running funny." And then I was like, "No, the needle never moved." So I was like, "Was that another earthquake?" And then my sister texted me and was like, "There was an aftershock," and I was like,
Oh, so you felt the
"Ooh, it
second.
was, yeah." I'm like, it was nothing exciting. That's what happens when I rev my car too hard.
Okay, so yeah, so I was like, I was watching Sons of Anarchy, like I told you.
Oh, what are you up to now?
I am
That show is crazy.
season 5, episode 6.
I fell asleep on episode 10, so I got to restart it.
Yeah,
I
so
was baffled. I watched what made
That show is brutal though.
that's why I be trying to tell her. I be like, yo, this how life be sometimes. You know?
No,
like,
that show
listen.
is that. So I liked Power. I liked those other shows, but everyone was like, "Watch that. If you like those shows, you'll like this." And I'm like, it just seems like kind of off brand for me. And they're like, "Just watch it." So I watched it, and I was like, I got hooked. And then I stopped for a
Yo.
little while. Like when we were moving, I kind of like lost interest a little bit. But then I put it back on, and I was like, okay, I gotta like finish it all the way
Yeah,
through.
so
Max is like main character energy when he is the
yeah,
main character.
He is the main
he's
character.
a wild boy.
Yeah, but he suits the main character.
He does. He plays that. Charlie Hunnam plays that really well.
Yo, I'm
yeah.
telling
He
you,
played.
yo.
But I don't like when his hair is short. I did not like short
Oh, when
hair
he went
Charlie
to-
Hunnam.
yeah,
When he went to prison, I
yeah.
didn't like that version of him at all. I like messy, long haired.
Yeah,
Jax.
he, dude.
Yes.
And one thing I like about one
Yes.
thing I liked about him though is like he's like biker, but not really biker because he got like you see like everybody else in the crew has like their like like their Harley boots on or construction boots.
He's got Air Force
He got
on.
the Air Force Ones on.
If
my
you
man.
read every time I start a series, I have to like read about it or whatever. He got his inspiration from an actual biker who wore tennis shoes. He didn't like the tennis shoes, so he liked the Air Forces, and he wore the Air
Yeah.
Forces. But yeah, they were like the boots or like the black
Yeah.
Tims or whatever it is. Yeah.
But I was telling Ava, I'm like, yo, this is like a motorcycle club. Like this is how like sometimes like I mean obviously it's a little exaggerated for
Yeah, it's
like,
obviously
some points.
dramatized a little bit, but like
but-
overall, like they got it from I forget the name of the biker gang that they based. It was like
Hell-
Hell's Angels and one other one.
Okay.
That they like based it on, but like it was
Yeah.
like like they interviewed real bikers and real people who were part of the life like that, and they like put the series together. So it's like I was like, okay,
And now, like the interesting part about it is I think like I may start it over with you and watch it with you like from the very beginning, because
Don't
like
fall asleep on Friday.
you see him like Jax is very conflicted too.
yeah,
Because he's worried about like his children
and doing
it's
the
like,
right thing,
yeah,
and,
like the
and like
life,
providing a good
the
life, but
right
that's
thing.
not why he got into it. Versus like
Right.
the duty that he took on when he took the oath into like the club, the MC.
Yeah.
So it was like. And it's funny because I'll watch, like, as an English major, I like to dissect the plot of everything and, like, you see, like, the character arc and stuff. And
Oh, shut up.
that's me. I'll sit there and I'm like, you could see, like, the dynamic shift from, like, season 4 to, like, season 6
Yeah.
and, like, the mindset and, like, how he's moving and, like, how detached. And I'm like, you can see, like, the arc, like, where he'll hit the peak.
Yeah.
And then, like, as he goes back into the downward spiral. So,
Yeah.
I'm like, as an English major, those things excite me.
Cause like he get, yeah, like I really,
You want a little bit
like
more,
I
it's okay.
thought he was
I love
literally,
English
I thought he
things.
was really gonna leave, and then
Nah,
it's-
there was no way because I think at that point maybe they were like trying to see if they could do like he would have to do because remember Opie had his foot in both worlds, like the
Yeah.
civilian world and the MC, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That they were gonna like because they were best friends try to like put it together. That was Opie was like
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Opie went out like a G. though.
Opie took one
Shout
for the
out
team.
to Opie, man. Shout out to Opie. But
He was like, he got picked on. Jeff was like, I can't. We was like, word? Wow. I was like, whoa.
well, you know, like they were best friends, so he didn't want. I guess like he didn't want to leave him in that spot.
No.
You know, even though he knew there was a one-way.
But he went down swinging.
Yeah, he was, but yeah, so I was like, so now I'm like, so she's like, oh my God, these guys, oh my God, they're so crazy. Cause like, bro, like these people just be blasting me. Like, wow.
Yep.
The whole thing with
care.
the water burning alive.
Yeah, that was a rough that
was a rough
yes.
episode. Like that, but that's who,
That was the first
yo,
time
like,
I watched you.
yeah, and that's just,
Yeah.
and that's why we always,
Sorry, bro. The way she woke up and stood there, I would have woke up and
She was in like a pit. She was not getting out.
it was not that high. She
It
could've
was
jumped
it was
down the edge.
significantly. I would die because I have no upper body strength. I only exclusively train lower body, so there
Yeah.
would be no hope for me unless I could. I would say unless I could like with my legs like catch something and go like I can't.
Yeah,
It's not
nah,
like I could.
mean,
I
I
could
have-
probably flip over a smart car with my legs at this point, but
Oh my
I
God.
could not push it over.
dude, and that's why like, and those are
yeah.
the things that we try to tell you is like certain things, like certain actions have consequences. Because all that started from one little lie. That
Yes.
started from one
Yep,
lie.
one bullshit thing that he thought would be nothing when it
Yeah.
was insignificant. That was
and
gonna
it
get worse.
like trailed all the way into the MC.
Yep.
Because that was when they said, "Yo."
They set him up and
they
all that
s-
stuff.
Well, no, remember they said that the
Pope wanted what's his name dead, and because he didn't kill him, that's why his daughter got taken.
no, that dude Opie popped off at Clay.
Yeah.
And then they said it was the blacks who did it.
And they put him in, yeah.
But then that's how it started.
Because it became a tangled web.
Chased and killed Pope's daughter.
Yep.
Now Pope get involved. He's
And
a
the
powerful
and the
dude. so that
dude,
was
yeah,
it.
and the gang leader, yep.
Yeah. So now after that it was over. So.
And then you did you get up to the point where Pope is?
Okay.
Is
Before
Pope
you
still-
ruin, Pope is still in there. He's still meeting with Jax, and
He's still making deals with them. Okay,
He's-
so I
so-
won't ruin it for you.
he's up to the part where he doubled up Jax's.
Supply.
mule.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
still doing business with him.
Yeah, he's still
Okay.
doing business
You
right now.
have to give 50 to Pope.
So
Yeah. Okay, so I won't ruin the next part for you, but
yeah, nah, I feel like it's about to get crazy again.
I was about to
'cause
ruin
they
it and say
always do-
something, and I was like, well, I'll give
Wait,
it
wait,
away.
don't do it. Don't do it.
He's still doing business with him.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm looking to the part. I really hope Clay gets popped. You know,
Okay, well,
he
I'm in
needs to-
season 6 at the end. He's still kicking.
Oh my god, bro, this dude.
Clay, the guy with
Is,
the white hair, like the
Jack.
big burly dude, Gemma's husband or
Yeah,
ex-husband.
well, yeah, where you're up to, it's her ex-husband because they're not really together. But like I said, we'll start it over and watch.
Yeah,
it.
we gotta screen some of those episodes because some of those episodes are a little
Oh,
bit
yeah,
raunchy.
really- yeah, really
so
bad, yeah.
that's one. I was
Yeah.
like,
Like I'll let you watch all like the real biker and tuned ones.
yeah.
and
That's
then the
some
ones
parts
that
that gotta
are,
be
like,
skipped through because some of
yeah.
it's a little bit raunchy.
a little too rough. But
Yeah, like the Cara stuff and all that.
Oh,
You
yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah.
talk about gore. King
It's
wants
not
to
it's
walk
not
in.
gore. It's raunchy.
Oh yeah, no, it's like just things that you should be
Yeah.
looking at right now. But all the other stuff you can watch, like when that dude got shot 3 times in the face, Miles, yo,
Damn, Miles got clipped.
yo, you know what's the crazy part? It's like some characters, like you said, like the main MC people, they just make it by a sliver.
Yeah,
Like,
they
they're
just
like,
but
skate by.
eventually, as I was reading, like they do like start like
This
getting-
thing's starting to come
yeah.
back, come back heavy. Yeah.
They killed Jax.
No.
No, he's a main character. He ain't
No,
going nowhere.
like I don't know. I'm surprised you haven't seen the TikToks like of the final scene where
I'm not on bikers TikTok.
that's how I ended up
No,
watching
but
this.
it's a
Because I
show,
kept,
yeah.
I kept seeing like clips of it and stuff. So that's how I end up watching 90% of the movies and shows lately is because I'll watch like half of it on TikTok. Like I'll go back to the person's page
Yeah.
and watch like fucking 18 3-minute videos of a movie.
I'm telling you. And that's what I say, like, and now after this one, they got another one, Mayans.
Yes, there's a spinoff.
So I want to watch that because supposedly it's the club that.
Yeah, and Tara,
Alvarez
what's her name's in it? The junkie.
Wendy?
Wendy.
Oh.
You know what time it is? Oh, it's in your top drawer.
No, I did it already.
You took it out already? I had to hide it because they were playing with the bag.
So pretty when it's new.
No, and I had the paper bag for her prescription on on her dresser, and I hear like crinkling last night, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? They were pushing the pack of fucking birth control pills all over her bedroom floor. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we like this?
Yeah,
I'm like, for God's sake, man.
it's all good. So
I had to go pick it up from the pharmacy too, and I was just like, I thought I eliminated this problem.
yeah, I mean, yeah, no.
I did not. Do you know how many? Well, it was. It's a good idea though. Brilliant. Do you know how many people don't know, and by people I mean men, that when you have your tubes tied, you still get your period?
I thought that'd be done. I'll be honest with you.
Oh my god, you're getting it.
If I had a full hysterectomy, yes.
I don't know technically
So
where you're bleeding.
You're
from.
part of the problem. You.
So what you're saying
Oh
is
my
you
God.
didn't pay attention in ninth grade living
We didn't.
environment.
We didn't learn that.
We didn't learn that in living environment.
Yeah.
That's
they don't-
biology.
Yeah.
And we.
And we
in,
still
in
didn't
our
learn
curriculum,
that.
it was biology. It had
Yeah.
nothing. Living environment. Living environment is the earth, you moron.
How are you gonna tell me I'm in
All right. Well, when we were in school, living environment was about rocks and magma and lava and bugs
Well,
and grass
Well,
and
that's not what we
graphing
learned.
and graphing. No, health is about reproduction. You fucking jackass. That's why you don't have gym. Stop screaming.
Yeah. But yeah. So,
Yeah, that was. All, but yes. So, first of all, you bleed from your uterus. Your uterine lining sheds. That's where you get your period from. When you don't incubate a fetus, it just gets rid of all the tools that you would need to do that. That's when you get your period. All I did was prevent the egg from traveling into the uterus to risk fetus carrying. So now the egg falls into the abyss for me. It has no impact whatsoever on my uterus. Yes,
So you gotta get rid of something else to stop
my
that?
uterus.
Okay. Well.
I asked, they said no. So, what do you mean? Oh, because it disrupts your hormones, apparently. I don't know. I was like, I don't really care about too much. And they're like, no, you gotta wait a little bit
Well, then
longer.
you can start like growing hair everywhere. Then
No,
it's-
no, I think it puts you in early menopause.
Oh.
Is the reason? Oh no. Yeah, but yeah, all right. Well, you just proved my fucking point.
Yeah, listen, I didn't know
You
that.
proved
I didn't
it.
know anything about that. I'm like, wait, who's shedding what? What's shedding this? And
You are part of the fucking problem. You know how many? It's like why would you still get that if you tied your tubes? And I'm like, because one has nothing to do with the other. All my tubes did, tying my tubes or cutting them out of my body did, was prevent the egg from making it to the uterus, so that it could never be fertilized. So now the egg just falls into the. Did you see the movie Inside Out with the emotions?
no.
Okay, well, okay. When happiness goes over the edge and into the darkness, that's where my eggs go, to fucking space.
Okay.
They don't go anywhere near where
So
they would
they're-
need to
they're
create more
in-
children.
They're in the void.
They're in the
now.
void.
They're just hanging
The
out.
scientific term, my body absorbs them, but it visually just picture an
Now,
abyss
does
and a
that-
void,
does-
and it just goes into space.
Does that have like any health benefit, or is just like
health
it
benefit?
just
There's
absorbs it? That's it.
no, there's no health benefit, but me not having my
No,
tubes
that's
has a
it.
health benefit because sometimes you get cancer of the fallopian tubes or any of that stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gone for me, so that can't happen.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, my boy tucked up. He tucked
Let me
away.
get rid of yours.
Not yet, but eventually.
You gotta be 30.
You see my boy tucked up.
Yep.
I'm chilling now.
If I have the 2 kids at home, then it's set.
That's usually when they recommend you do it, like after you're done having kids. I was just like, listen here, I've been asking since I was 23 to get rid of these motherfuckers, and you keep telling me no.
Well, because they trying to make sure that the earth
They're trying to
stays
repopulate the world, and I'm not with that. So
rightly repopulated, I guess.
I was like, hello, I would like to remove my tubes. And they're like, no, you'll change your mind. And I was like, I am dead set on not changing my mind. Please take them out. And they were like, no. And then I was 27, and the doctor was finally like, fine. And then the fucking pandemic happened. So,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
interesting.
But now I don't have any more. So,
Oh my gosh, no.
literally part of the fucking problem.
What's that got to do with me, man? I'm just
Because
in here.
men as a species don't pay attention to anything.
Thank you.
Because we do fun things.
No,
That's-
yous
that's
are
our
just
job.
okay. Men are very like I love watching. There's like I guess dating talk or like man talk, and there's this I forget the guy's name, but he does like his name is Nico, and he does the Daddy Academy, and it's
Yeah.
like he'll like answer women's questions and comments about like why men behave the way that they do,
Yeah.
and like why men might ghost you or why they like might take you out on a bunch of dates but never like commit to you or whatever. And they crack me up because other guys would be like, yeah, that's true, and women
Yeah.
are like, no way is that true. That can't be the truth. And it's like, yeah, sometimes like guys know. I feel like men know almost immediately upon meeting you if you're gonna be like a smash or a pass or like a date or like just
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that goes for both genders. I guess like they know, like, are you just gonna be fun, or
smash or pass or date or marry.
yeah, like you know what I mean? Like, okay, well, with you, I think I can go all the way. I think we can make it. Like, I feel like we both, not we both, but
No, I feel
both
like
genders.
I feel like
do that to
men
each other.
once they make the decision though, men are pretty like set on it. Like
Oh,
they
yeah,
don't,
no, yeah.
there's no like what if. Like women I feel like go through like a range of emotions and like what ifs and maybes and like maybe he's having a bad day or I'll wait and see, where men are just like yes or no.
Yeah, I feel that is true. Like, yeah, I think by like, especially like after like your second, I mean maybe years is a long time to know, but even like
Years. You know if
yeah,
you want to
like by
anybody
your first year, second year, you know for sure. Like
wait a minute, I'm
going
whoa.
down?
You want to string somebody along for a year?
you're not really stringing them along if y'all dating.
Oh, that's okay, but that's my point. Before you even get to that point, when you meet them, you know pretty quickly, men know pretty quickly if they're going to date this girl or they're just going to mess around and then ghost her.
sometimes
Who? Nico? NICO? Just search the Daddy Academy.
then it's like, but I feel like you know, maybe 6 months to a year, maybe you know.
Sir.
I feel
Sir,
like that's
sir,
good timing.
Sir, do not. Sir.
See, it doesn't just you don't have an epiphany
Okay.
at night. Like,
what? How
oh,
do you?
no,
so you're
this
gonna
is
waste
over.
somebody's time for 6 fucking
It-
months?
you're
The
not waiting.
audacity! You're gonna waste my time for 6 months
You're
before you
not
decide if you want to
wasting-
date me?
you're
No,
not
I could.
wasting
No.
time.
What?
You're talking about like in
That's
terms of
outrageous
but
behavior.
You're talking
Wild
about,
shit.
You're talking about something like type Tinder swiping.
No.
on you, like oh, if
No,
I,
no, no.
If I listen, if I catch you on Tinder, bro, we definitely not making.
No,
it.
I'm talking about when you meet
But-
somebody, either on Tinder or a dating app or whatever, and you meet them.
Yeah.
When you meet them, before you even get to the stringing you along part, when you meet this girl, you know I'm just gonna sleep with her and that's it, or maybe we'll hang out and see if we make it. Like
Nah,
that
nah,
moment.
I don't
How do you
think you-
separate them into two categories?
I don't think you do that on day one. Who does that on day one?
Me.
Yo, my dude, I'm just meeting you. It's 8:30. Okay, by 8:45, listen, you're not it. But we can still go chill.
No, like you just know
no.
from the vibe if this person wants something serious or they just want to do something casual, and you're like, I think
Well,
you're a
that's
cool
something
vibe. I
different.
think you're like
Yeah,
a vibe and we
yeah,
could chill, but I
yeah,
don't think I could date
that's-
you seriously.
Well, that's something different. You know.
That's
like,
what I'm talking about.
but
I'm
I
not just
mean-
6 months to a year. I gotta fucking just sit on
you
pause.
but you still gotta. I mean, I don't know. It depends, cause you know, you give somebody 5 minutes and then you say you're not in, and all of a sudden you see that person treating somebody how they normally in their environment, and then you like, oh damn, I get out of the way. No, you gotta get them a little bit, at least for a week. Start to see behavioral patterns. Do they leave the seat
I don't
up?
know.
Do they not leave the
Hulu
seat
gives
up?
you a
Like,
7-day free trial. That's all you get.
That's what I said. A week, at least a week.
A
yo.
7-day
You
free
talking-
trial, and
you
I-
talking about
and then-
7 minutes, bro.
No, I'm talking about in the first interaction, I can
like-
kind of gauge where you're at mentally, and then I can kind of assess like
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're going to be
you
somebody
know.
that's going to take things. We're on the same wavelength. We're like you want to do the same things I want to do. You value the same shit I
Right.
value. Like, could I? For me, the deciding factor is would my family roast me if I brought you home?
Well, with our family, they roast anybody.
How the degree of roasting? Like, is it going to be like well done chicken, or is it going to be like quiche?
You know, I can't do that because like Caribbean people, they don't roast the other person.
They roast you.
They roast, yeah. So it's like,
Yep.
how bad am I gonna get roasted?
Oh, I would get roasted too, but like they're gonna roast that
Yeah,
person.
so it's
But I
like-
feel like it. I don't think it should go beyond like 2 or 3 dates where you're like, all right, we're cool, and like I could be like, hey, bitch. I hate when it does that shit. It scares me so much.
Yo,
Like we could be cool, and I'm gonna hang out with you, and like like we're like you're a vibe, but like I don't know if this would be anything else. And I feel like men do that very differently because women are like, especially in the beginning. How often do you text the person that you're talking to? Oh, my brother. I'm sorry, Philly.
I
I'm
don't know.
podcasting.
I feel like texting for me is not a good gauge because I don't even text anybody.
Okay, so you're a really bad texter.
No.
Yeah, I don't
He's
answer
a
the
shit
phone.
texter.
Phones or anything.
Yeah, but She says I'm always on my phone, but I'm looking at Twitter. I'm looking at Instagram. I'm looking at.
Yeah, but you're like a shitty texter. You kind of always have been a shitty
I've
texter.
always
A shitty
been that
IMer,
way.
a shitty
Yeah, like, I
BBMer.
don't really do that. Like with you and Ava, when I see y'all texting, I'm like, damn. Anybody I see, they text
You
better than
answer
me.
me sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. Like anybody.
It'd be like right at 8:04 p.m. and I'm like,
anybody's like,
all right.
That's what I said. You know what? I take it back because everybody texts better than me. So
Yeah,
like,
you're a shitty fucking. You could just get a flip phone.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, people call me and it is a rough time. Like, listen,
See, I'm not a caller, and I'll case in point, I'll watch that shit ring.
Yo, listen. The way I look at it is like, yo, listen. Definitely don't call me because I don't want to hear nothing.
I don't want. See,
You
it's
know,
the
but-
generation. I don't want to answer the phone.
But
I don't wanna hear
text me if you see that my thing says red. That means I know what you said,
And you don't care.
and I don't have an answer for you right now. So I'm gonna figure it out.
Pending.
And, yeah, like your request is pending.
It's in the queue.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you see like, oh, he read it. All right, he gonna get to it sometime today.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
yeah.
I texted you the other day, and you took 2 days to respond to me.
That's what I'm saying. See, that was a pending request.
I
So
figured it out already.
Yeah. So like I said,
Yeah.
texting for me is.
Meanwhile, and then I answered your fucking question yesterday, and you didn't answer. I had to call you to get the answer to my answer to your question.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, because I was like,
When I read it, I was like, oh, all right.
nah, I realized there were too many words in there for you. Like, it was too much.
But
It was very
you-
wordy.
You sent 3 text messages, all above 3 lines.
Yeah,
And that was
I
like,
sent 3
yo,
paragraphs. I sent a baby
This
essay.
is like too much for me, all right?
I was like-
I looked for the answer, and it said yes. Okay, we're good. All
Yeah,
right.
I was like, there are a lot of words here. He probably like skimmed this lightly and was like, perfect.
Yeah, I was like, all right, cool. I was like, and then you called me and was like,
Because I needed to know.
Hey.
My boss asked because she was like, originally, because next weekend's the last weekend of tax season, and she's like, can you stay later next Saturday? And I was like, I don't know. I have to call her dad because he looks like he's going to take her, but I got to confirm.
yeah.
So I called just to make sure you were, in fact, going to come get her Friday night. So because I'm working Friday
Wait,
night
am
till
I picking her
10.
up from here,
Yeah.
then? Okay.
Yeah, pick her up from here, and then she'll just lock herself out, like, with her keys. But I was like, I need to confirm because he read it and he didn't fucking answer. And I was like, hold on, please. I'm like, are you going to come get her or what? And you're like, yeah, cool. And I'm like, you couldn't have wrote back, sounds good? Like some type of acknowledgement so I could be like, yeah, I can stay later next weekend and fucking get the hours.
Yo,
I'm like-
my bad.
I was like, are you going to, you're like, yeah, I can do that. Cool, yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to have to remind you like on Thursday what the plan is.
100%. 100%.
Because on Friday, Ava's going to be like, where's dad? And we're calling you, you're going to be like, I just woke up. And then she's going to have to be woken up early on Saturday morning to come sit with me in the office till you can come get her. So you better come get her on Friday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, that's cool. At least you get to see your sister. So.
Yeah, you can see the baby.
When?
Saturday.
Saturday.
The little baby.
Oh my gosh, she getting big now.
She's not big enough to play with yet. So.
Yes, she is.
Bro, you better stop playing, bro.
How old do you want her to be? 15?
Yeah,
Like we
she
don't play
is,
fucking
bro.
tackle football with her? Like what are you trying to do?
Yeah. I'm starting to notice though. She likes to scrap a lot, yo. She likes to fight.
She slapped
dude.
Amanda, and I was like,
Hey, yo.
we don't do that.
Yeah, no, like that's like the one thing.
I was like, that's what we're not gonna do.
I'm trying to we are trying to get her out of using her hands, but she's very like.
Nah, it's that
She's,
second kid,
she's
bro.
ready to go.
Scrappy.
I think she's Scorpio, so
No, she's not. Is she a Scorpio?
yeah, she's November.
Yeah, she's a Scorpio. November 1st. Your mom's a Sag,
She's
so
a
yeah.
Sag, yeah.
Your mom's a Sag.
So she's very like so.
And you're a freaking Libra. Remember the thing I sent you on TikTok? I was like, me and Dad. It was like fear of commitment, and it was like the air signs, and it was like, let me out.
Yeah.
Let me out. Let me out. It's too much in here right now. And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, that's both of you. Like you've got
Yo.
two parents who are non-committal.
Like, dude, I'm just saying.
November 18th is
I don't know. Look at your fucking calendar.
mid-November would be a
It's usually the 22nd or the 21st of every month is when the thing
We're
flips.
switching up. Yeah.
That's why Grandma Martha's 29. She's a Sag.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a Gemini.
Yeah.
Little bitch.
Yeah, I am. What about it?
Little. So Ava's a little fish.
It was a little fish.
Yeah.
A little weepy fish.
A little weepy.
A little weepy fish. Do you
Don't
believe?
like-
You honestly believe in that shit? Like
Yeah.
she's joining the astronomy club, so she'll be able to tell us shortly. She'll do all the research. But do you honestly believe? Like, do you ever look at somebody's like profile and see that they're like a Libra or a Scorpio or whatever, and you're like, ugh, no.
No.
No, I don't really. No.
Who are you? What are you walking up to people and be like, what are you? You're
You're like,
nah,
What do you?
not
Yeah.
compatible.
Yeah.
Zeros.
No, I don't be like, I don't care what you are.
Like
That's what I'm saying. Do you believe that people's sign like impacts their personality and who they are, like their
I do-
behaviors or temperaments?
I do think so.
But, like,
It
I'm not gonna
does
walk up
to a certain extent. I feel like astrology is like they just grabbed like a whole bunch of people and was like, when were you born? Okay, all y'all have the same
No, oh
behavioral
my God.
patterns. So y'all.
And we're gonna get you a book.
Yeah,
We're gonna get you with lots of pictures. We're gonna get you a book.
I don't think it'd be like that serious.
It's based on Greek mythology and like the sun, the moon, and like all that stuff. It's not. Somebody wasn't
Man,
like,
it
all right,
ain't
we're gonna
that
group
deep.
y'all together. No, it's like all about like the alignment of the planets and stuff. Like it goes really, yeah. Your moon rising. You have that app, bro. Pull up your app right now.
Yo, I got that app.
Pull up
Hold
the app.
What is it called again? CoStar.
CoStar.
I don't have that.
You don't need it.
Yeah, I do.
Man, she said it so sad. She was like, I don't have that app.
She's like, I don't have that. I can't do that.
See, like this is
Okay.
wild to me what it's telling
What?
me to do.
Okay, so it tells you. Hold on. Okay, this is a question it asked me today. What question did it ask you?
Where you see your
Right
question?
above your thing. Why don't you have a picture, bro? You're so boring.
It says you are ready to discover yourself.
All right.
I didn't get a question. I got a
Eclipse
statement.
season. I got a question.
Well, you gotta read your question.
Do you really want it? I mean, it depends what we're talking about here. Use whatever means necessary. All right. App.
You see, you
Do
guys want-
scenic views, isolation tank, talisman. Don't small spaces, clutter, paperwork. Well, too late for that. All I did all day was fucking paperwork.
Well,
Transit exactly Tuesday, 8 a.m. But then it shows like here. Chris asks, Magic 8 Ball, will I still be hot in 20 years?
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Did it have an answer for that?
I had to buy it, so you're never gonna know.
Yeah,
sorry.
no, sorry. My dues are skinny dip,
But
fresh grass,
not in this house.
and summer love. Summer love.
Happened so fast.
Don'ts, big reveals, spam, play yourself.
You played yourself.
Yeah, so I gotta stay away from playing myself. So that's
Yep. Well, you know what? It works because skinny dipping in this house would be playing yourself.
yeah. So that's why.
Not here.
That's why.
But these trip me out. Like the little thing, like the blurbs about your friend.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, that's fucking spot on.
dude.
When things go wrong.
Like this part be getting me tight when I read shit like that.
Highly compatible today.
I'll be like, I'm sorry, no.
Scroll
It's
past
like, all right,
that.
now you
Swipe
do that
left.
one more time, I'm gonna have to delete you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset this app because stop it. It
That's
does
it.
that to me sometimes though. It's like your closest match. I'm like, I only have 2 friends on this app. Of course, it's gonna be one of the 2.
That is the craziest part. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm like.
But if you pull up if you click on you, and then you look at your chart,
Oh my god, y'all sound weird.
okay, it shows you. So it shows you what you are. Like it shows your
so
sun. I have my
you got
sun in
it.
Gemini. My moon is in Virgo. Sun in Libra. You got your moon in Aquarius, and your rising Sag. That's so bad. All I attract are Sag, Libras, and Aquarians. Oh, you're all of them.
Yeah, but I guess that's why they say like but it could be like friendly way.
I'm a double Gemini. I'm an ascendant Gemini and a sun Gemini. So I'm extra Gemini-ish.
Yeah, extra Gemini's to this.
Oops. Yeah. So, but I think if you think about all the people that you've dated,
I feel like I do feel like it hits sometimes on the money though. The astrology.
it does.
It do be hitting on the money. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you get some people who are like special. They don't fall into the group.
I don't.
sometimes.
I feel like they do, but they're either their birth chart is wrong because you set this up by your birth chart, the time you were born and all that stuff. But if you think about all the people that you've dated, how many of them were similar signs, like of the same? Like how many of repeated signs did you get?
Yeah.
Like
That's-
for me, it's been you're a Libra, 2 Aquariuses, a Sag, another Sag. Yeah, it's been pretty much Libras, Sages, and Aquarians for me. I've never like not.
Libras, Cancers, Virgos are tough for me though.
Well, you can see
Virgos
which
are
ones
very tough.
you and Virgos don't get along.
No, yeah. Like
I don't get along
Virgos-
with Virgos either because we're air signs.
Yeah, Virgos very
Virgos
tough.
are not good for us. Virgos are
Yeah.
bad for air signs. Virgos
Yeah.
and air signs are not
Those
are not a
Virgos,
vibe.
Yeah, very, very
We don't get along with bump heads. My old boss was a
stressful
Virgo.
situations. Very.
Yeah, and it's funny because you can see like on the thing, like so, like back to what I was saying, you see people's sign, and you're like,
Yeah, I think for sure now that you say something like that, if somebody was like,
a Virgo, you'd be like,
I'm a
"Blech."
Virgo. I'm hitting the deck, jumping in the wet.
Zooming out.
That's it. But
Yeah, I think that matters. I mean, partly, like, obviously, there's other factors that go into it, but, like, overall, and, like, I catch the ick very fast. Like,
I try to give people chances.
no, I don't. I'm not a chance giver. I'm pretty much like a one and done sometimes. No, well, see, I think I blame you for this because all of the chances that I would have had throughout my lifetime for relationships and people were all used on you.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were. So,
You can't blame him for that. You.
right, I wasted them all on him. So God gave me like
no, 'cause-
God gave me like a basket of chances, right? And he was like, "Here's your basket of chances, and make sure you use them wisely because you have like 80 years on this planet." And in like 22 years, I had used all of them. I have like maybe 10 left, like in reserve.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you've used some.
I have used some, yeah. I
Yeah,
had like
so
I had
you
like a
got some on
reserve.
reserve, so you good.
Yeah, some in like the emergency glass.
Yeah, you know.
But like not to like give out willy nilly anymore. It's not like an Easter egg hunt. We're not.
It's not like
We're not hunting for chances
you know
or
what
patience.
I think you've taught me to be patient with people because your mom be crazy.
I was gonna say I can be a difficult person to deal with.
So it's like I feel like people be like, "Where'd you learn that from?" Listen, I've had rough first baby mamas. So
Like I set the stage for all baby
Yeah,
mama,
so
all
it's like-
one other baby mama.
yo, this is the standard.
The predecessor.
Like, yo, so it's like I feel like I've learned to be a little bit more like giving a little more chance.
And the opposite for me, where I'm like, nah, we're not, that doesn't fly.
Yeah.
Ick.
So,
Delete. You get the graveyard emoji next to your name, and you go. So
damn.
no. We got a
graveyard
graveyard here. Hold on, I'll show you. This is the funniest. Yes. Wait a minute. No, we got.
crazy.
Ooh,
emojis. Hey, yo.
we got a graveyard.
I'm mad, yo. That's crazy.
It's the
They
graveyard.
buried, bro.
Buried.
That's
And then
it.
it's funny because if they message me again after they've been put in the graveyard, they get a ghost.
Ooh.
They
Yo,
get a
yo.
graveyard and a ghost because
Yo,
then I
that's-
know that they've come back from the dead.
What is that? Yo, what is that? Yo.
No,
what's-
only if they were if a ghost if they like tried to like spin the block and I was
Yeah.
like a zombie if I'm like blech.
Okay, so you about to become Rick Grimes.
I code it.
You about to have Walking Dead up in here. You got
Literally Walking Dead.
zombies. So, yeah, no,
No, it's got to be coded. It has to be, especially if they've had if like I like they're just you're just like
on to something right now. This is something.
putting
this is
people
something we
the
could
failed talking stages in the graveyard.
yo, this is something we could bring to the people. Is like, yo, have a coded system in your phone for
That you have to
like because you know you get those people that try to like
spin the block.
They
Block
try to be
spinners.
slick.
Do you
like
do you spin the
oh,
block?
No,
Do you? Not you.
no.
You only got one block. You got one small fucking city.
Yeah, like I got.
You have a strip. You got the free trial strip of land.
I don't spin blocks.
You're not a block spinner. You're
When
not.
I was younger, I used to be. Now I'm running out of gas.
So you're not a hey, how you been?
No.
You're not a like a story block spinner. No, we're not spinning the block.
We're not doing that no more. Nah. Like, yo, listen. I can't. I don't know. I don't have enough gas to go around.
Okay, when did you stop block spinning?
Man, block spinning ended for me in like.
Back in 2014.
I want to say right before I got out the military. When I got back.
But no.
Yeah.
You
'cause
can't.
block
You
spinning-
left the state. The block goes away. The city is done. It's demolished. You gotta get a
But
whole
I'm
new
talking
city
about-
to
I'm
spin
talking about
blocks
my
in.
blocks in Texas, yo.
Oh, well,
those some
yeah.
long blocks.
Those are
yo.
cornfields. Those are not blocks.
Right, so,
You can spin the wheat field.
you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Maybe when I first got no, when I first got back, it was like
Ooh, you're a liar. You did spin a block when you got back here.
that was it. Oh yeah, I did. But that was it.
It wasn't me.
So I was
Just to clarify that, the block that was spun was not mine.
after that. I was like, yo, I can't spin no more blocks. I was like, yo, this is difficult. You know,
You
I
get
don't
lost
know,
one time, you take a wrong left, and you're like, fuck this block, bro.
Yeah, like you thought you knew.
There's
where
mad
you
traffic,
go.
you're like, fuck this.
You know,
You can't
like,
find no
shit
parking.
look different when it's dark outside.
Yeah, you're like, no,
You
there's
know,
no
you're
parking on this block. I'm aggravated. I want to go home.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I've I don't want to say outgrown it, but I don't know. I don't see no reason in it now.
Or not.
Sometimes
maybe
it
not.
causes more than less. It causes more drama.
Well, that's my next thing. It depends on if both parties are like in agreement of what's going
Yeah.
on. If you're spinning the block and I think we're rekindling a relationship and you are just like we're having a good time, obviously then there's traffic on the block.
Yeah.
But if we're both like double park and leave,
Then it works out.
then would you spin
yeah.
the block?
I mean, if there was like, you know, some kind of
Mutual parking agreement.
Yeah, mutual parking agreement, then
Shared
sure.
parking space.
Sure, you know, it's been the block, but more times than others.
I think it depends. I think it depends on the female. I think it depends on how shit left off, and I think it depends on the nature of your original relationship.
Yeah, 100%. But that's why I say, like, I feel like it's a good. Well, it's not a good thing, y'all. But
It could be a good thing.
it depends. It depends on like you
Rinse,
said,
reuse, recycle.
Yeah, but then
Again, it depends on the nature of your. If
Yeah.
it was always parking and leaving, and never like spending the, like none of that like long term parking, like
Yeah.
fucking airport parking shit, and it was just like
But
metered
some-
parking and leaving. I feel like then maybe if there was no bad blood, you could spin the block.
well, yeah. But then sometimes you get like rebuilt parking lots, like Kings
Refurbished
Plaza.
parking
So
structures.
It's like, so it's like you have to pay to get in, and then now you're stuck.
But that's
because you
emotional
get-
baggage. If you left the person, okay, that's the thing. If there were blurred lines or you left, there was like a fuzzy like middle ground where you didn't really know what was going on and where should I leave the car running or should I like put the hazards on, like what should I be doing? Then yeah, because you're gonna come back and the person's gonna be like guarded. But if it was always like double park and then go, like
Oh,
I don't.
yeah, easy
And the
peasy.
vibe is the same. I don't feel like there should be any. If both parties were like cool, like
Yeah.
I'm single, you're single, but if there was like gray area or like one person felt that they were wronged or whatever, then maybe not.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But it's like those people are so few and far between because now it's like there's like this dynamic now where it's like changing.
It's situationship
Where-
city.
Well, yeah, you have that, and now women are like on this like path to be like they're being the players now. Like they learn the game now. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like this kind of
Did
stuff
we
is
now?
it's like shifting, and dudes are now getting more hurt than ever.
The culture has shifted, I feel like.
Yeah,
I
so-
think I don't
Yeah. Go ahead, figure it
I
out.
was gonna,
Figure it
I
out.
don't even know where to start with that one.
Figure it out. Because I'm noticing it. I'm seeing it. It's all over.
I think
It's a generational thing.
I definitely think it's a generational thing, but I think even more now it's that it's become very commercialized.
Well,
Like
yeah.
it's people are talking about it on TikTok. Like you see it all over the place. People, and I think the stigma of like just having a friends with benefits thing, like a sneaky link used to be like a shh, don't say anything. And now it's just like, I'll like
Yeah, it's all
let's
out
go
there.
chill with my sneaky link and I'll be outside with you, but we're not anything. Like
Right.
type of thing. But as far as the women, I think for a long time we were like just told we didn't have a voice in this situation. Like we were just not at the guy's mercy, but like he set the tone, and now we're like, no, bitch, I'm gonna set the tone.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
we reclaim some of that power, and it's
like-
I don't think guys expect it. I don't think because I mean think about it. How many times have you slept with a woman or like just mess around and then she gets clingy, she calls you mad times, why aren't you answering me? Like you slept with me and that's it. Like, bitch, wake up. Like how many times has that happened where you expect the woman to engage with you after that? Like when you go home, text you the next morning or the next night, or like she initiates it, and then now there's instances where like you go home and it's like, I'll see you when I see you, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%. So that's why, like I said, I start seeing more now on social media because once again, like I notice I'm starting to get like stuck in these riffs now. Like when I'm watching reels, I'm on Twitter, reading it all the time. So and I'm looking at these things, and it's like where like they would like you would normally see a guy in that situation or pulling those kind of moves.
It's women now.
Is women now. So it's like
Because
I feel
like I think the playing field is now a little bit more even. I think like where before men held all the chips, like the man had his own apartment and the man was like the breadwinner and the man like planned things out and was vocal and was like, let's do this and let's go that or whatever. Now the women are like, no, like I can do that too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I don't.
100%.
Men are always like, oh, I have options. There's more fish in the sea. Like, yeah, but so do women. And I think, and I was talking to somebody about this, like a guy friend of mine. He was like, and I was like, I don't know if it's necessarily true, but he's like, women can go out and get laid way faster than a man can.
Of course.
I don't believe that that's true.
Bro.
I don't like. I can't just like.
Matter of
There's not a
fact-
fucking bat line I could
No. Matter of fact, I'm glad you hit this time.
Okay.
Cause and when I find this shorty, I'm gonna send it to you on TikTok. There's a shorty that I'm telling you, if I showed this to anybody that I know, bro, they not touching this shorty, right? Like they not even gonna entertain it. Like yo, nah. But she does this thing, bro, where she puts on the makeup and the fake teeth and
I think I know what you're talking about. She looks like a totally different fucking person.
Yes, bro, straight crazy, bro. Like then she transforms into this.
She does like a crazy.
Yo.
She's a crazy makeup artist.
Yeah.
She does a lot. She does like she did like
Yes.
Kim K makeup. She's like transformed me
Yo.
into like Dua Lipa or whatever. She does like
Yeah,
a bunch of different
wild.
faces.
But and she literally, you see the before and you see the after, and it's like two totally different. And if she went out on the street as the after, it's over, bro. For guys, it's like that's it. Like the one that how you were born, that's it. The only thing that I see now that are helping guys is when they go to their barber and they do
the color, the fade, the fill-in.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like the.
but then it's like even then, like.
But I'm not even talking about looks wise. I'm talking about like
Oh
pick,
no,
like I can.
guaranteed.
like-
And it's guaranteed.
No,
Yeah,
but I feel like a man could go out and find an emotionally vulnerable woman and leave the bar with a girl just
Yeah, but
as
how
easily
many-
as a girl could.
I don't know though, cause then you got the friends that are like, no, you worth more than that. See, with guys, it's
Yeah, well, it depends on the friends though, because if I'm out for the night and I know like you're just like looking whatever, but I feel like it's different because my friend was like
you like
he was like
one-
if you woke up today and was like I want to get laid today, he's like not only there's probably like 5 or 6 guys in your phone that you could call, but you could go outside or you could get on an app and meet somebody today and they'd be down. Men have to do more work to get to
of
that
course.
point.
Where you taking me to eat? What you doing?
But
what you
see, that's the
wearing?
thing though. If
This,
both
that.
parties are like, I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about that, then why I don't need the song and dance. Like I'm just saying, like if both parties are like, I'm
So
not
you're
looking
just talking about literally
like hooking up.
Okay, so you're literally.
That's what we were talking about. He was like, if you wanted to hook up today,
Nah,
you would
yeah.
find a girl would be able to find
100%
somebody like this. A guy would take 2 or 3 days
It's
to secure somebody to come over to get her to come through.
Yeah, it's 100% true though, because the variables are very different. Like I'm telling you, like you even if the lines were so straight and it was like, yo, just that, it would still for a woman, it would still contain a variable of just. Even if she's just attracted to you, that's it. Like just attraction.
Right. So if she
alone
was attracted to you and you reach out to that woman who you
Oh, but
know is
that-
attracted to you, she's gonna come through.
No, 'cause she may be talking about doing. She may want to play a little hard to get.
Not always.
Even even though she may know like why you calling her, but it's still gonna be some kind of something where a dude don't.
I don't
care.
think I'll say men
That's
men are
it.
not like, well, I don't know how I feel about you hitting me
Yeah,
up right now.
we see that's my thing. Like we don't care, bro. You wake me up 3:00 in the morning, bro. That man is running out the crib, starting to auto start, or his car gonna start so fast you think he got auto start. Like that's what I'm saying. Like women, right? It take too long. I gotta finagle some shit.
Okay, but I'm not even. Men don't have to shave. I don't gotta make sure. Like if you hit me up at 3 in the morning, I gotta take a shower before I go there.
Man.
Yes, I do. I gotta shower. I gotta like everything
You not
shower. I gotta
going nowhere.
exfoliate.
You're not going nowhere.
You mean I'm not
That's
going nowhere?
That's a problem. You're not going nowhere.
If a dude that I was messing with, that I was
If he-
sneaky linking with,
Well, if
called
you
me
had
at
to
3 in the
go
morning.
there, that's different. But 9 times out of 10,
They're coming coming to you.
They're coming to you, bro.
I still have to shower before you get here.
No matter. You still got like 20 minutes. Come on the way.
No, that's just a her thing. Anything with
Don't
that
fall
shower,
asleep.
shower that.
I don't. Yeah,
Yo, like,
that's the worst. Have you ever drove somewhere to somebody and they fell the fuck asleep?
course,
Oh my god, I
It's the
would.
worst. It's the worst feeling ever.
You're like, bro.
Yo, you sitting there, and the wild
And you're
part
like, all
is
right,
you
I'll give 'em-
driving like this.
Yeah, you're like, hello? Are
Like,
you
yo.
awake? 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 I'm like, talk to me on the phone while I'm driving there because otherwise I'm gonna go home. And then you just like, do I give them the 15-minute CUNY rule to like see if they wake up and check their phone, or do I get pissed off and drive home?
Well, it depends on the time. If
After 11, you got no
Nah,
minutes.
if it's 10 o'clock,
At 11 o'clock and on, you got no
10:30.
minutes. If you're not up and waiting when I get there with the door open, I'm going home.
yeah, no.
I'm
so
leaving.
That's what I'm saying. Like you get like a little bit more time, the earlier it is. You get a little time.
Yeah, but I
Get
feel like
done early.
the degree of like the sneaky link is going to dictate what time it is. Like if it's somebody that you're cool with and you chill with, yeah, it might be earlier because you might order food and chill or whatever. If it's somebody that's strictly that, like don't come here till 11 o'clock and please kindly find the nearest exit
Well, no,
afterwards.
with the whole thing with the sneaky link thing is that's got to be direct connection. Like from the time y'all hit up each other and make up a time, there is no questions asked. Both parties already
Yeah.
at that time.
Well, yeah.
You know what I
yes.
mean?
Unless one of them falls the fuck asleep.
But you fall asleep on me, man.
You fall asleep on me, then
you
the
just
next-
need your
yeah.
link is getting revoked.
Your
That's
link
it.
is on pause because now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I did an everything shower. I fucking brushed my hair. Like I did all the things, and now I gotta come back home.
And I think but that's why I say I think for women it's they get a little bit more mad because like, yo, I'm getting ready, doing my hair, makeup. Yeah, where I got, we just do shorts, t-shirt, some J's, a little bit.
That's
and a hat.
literally, but like it's
that's
gonna be
it.
like a matching like Lulu suit or like sweats and like a
That's
shirt.
what I'm
But I'm
saying.
not. But I'm not. Like I know some girls that are like they're like, oh, I need this and this and this. Like I don't need to make a bag. I'm literally throwing my keys in my pocket, my wallet, one of these, and I'm going. Because my thing is I'm very sleep sensitive. I sleep like a newborn baby. Like it's got to be cold, dark, and quiet in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be able to make the number 4 with my legs while I'm sleeping.
Okay.
So, like, I don't usually intend to spend the night wherever I've gone. Sometimes it happens, but other times I'm like, I'm just emptying my pockets on the nightstand and I'm going home.
Gotcha. Like personal duffel bag type shit.
Just pockets,
Choop.
and that's it.
That's it.
That's it. I'm not.
Phone charger.
And not even the charger. I got the little
Oh, yeah,
thing. Yeah,
Jorge.
yeah, Jorge. And then I'm just putting it on the dresser. Just put my stuff down, and then.
That's it. No, 100%. So.
But I feel like depending on where you're at, like in your singleness, I feel like it could be just as hard for a woman to call up somebody if they're in the mood for that as it could be for a man,
Nah.
especially if you haven't like
You know what we gonna
kept
tell
up
you?
connections.
That's gonna be the next poll. That's gonna be the next poll. I'm telling
Who is
you.
easier to sneaky link, women or men?
I'm telling you.
Who is, that's what we're going to ask. Is it easier for a man to go out and get laid, or is it easier for a woman to decide that day, like she wants to go out and get laid?
I'm trying to tell you. And you gonna see that I'm going with for the women. They take the championship.
That's
That-
two men who say that. We need women's perspective. Like,
Uh,
can women
easy.
go out and get laid easier than
Make
men
sure
do?
y'all answer this poll. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I feel like in today's day and age, it could be just as hard.
Nah, man.
Because I feel like if a woman walked up to you at a bar and was like, I want to hook up, let's go back to my house, you wouldn't be like, are you a serial killer?
Well, I think obviously that's like the first question.
You're like, where do you live, bitch? Well, because then it's like, what if this woman has somebody and she brings you home and then you get robbed?
Well, yeah, because that's the thing. Is like over time you've run into certain situations
Or
where
you,
it's like,
first of all, I go
hey,
down the Dateline
yo,
rabbit hole and I'm like,
Like you sure? Like you sure they ain't like a group of dudes waiting to
yeah, or like you
jump
don't have a
me, or-
husband or somebody that's gonna come chase us down.
You know what I'm saying? So, but obviously, those put to the side, and then you go into, let's say the perfect world, perfect scenario. Yeah, more guys going back, no matter what, 100%.
Yeah, see, for like a woman, I feel like we're way more cautious because like I'm not gonna go to your house
Well,
right
no,
off the bat because I don't know you
look
and
at
I'm not
What is it, Gilligo?
Giggle Beach
Yeah.
murderer, or even like the guy that I was watching. I don't know if it was Dateline. I think it was Dateline, and this girl in the UK was like on vacation with her friends, met a guy on I think it was either Bumble or Tinder. And they went to a hotel, like his hotel. Well, obviously, he lived there, but he had a hotel. And the elevator footage had them like laughing, giggling, going upstairs together. And then, like, not even a full 2 hours later, she was in pieces in suitcases being
Distributed.
taken
like,
out of
yeah,
the hotel.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I feel like women are way more cognizant of that because they're more at risk.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like we're more, the odds that you're gonna get chopped up and put in a suitcase are much lower than if I would be chopped up and put in a suitcase.
Listen, like for, and I don't mean this in any kind of way, but because you could meet a dude who at the gym. So for a woman to overpower somebody.
However,
like
I
that,
am at the gym, so I could kick
know
a
what I'm
Fiat
saying?
across a parking lot. So all I need is one
Yo,
good kick
that's
to
what
the
I'm saying.
head.
Like, I'm not trying to be like
No, but
very
it is.
sexist
Women-
about
women
it,
are-
but it's like you,
Yeah.
you gonna want to chop somebody. You not chopping somebody. else
No,
in the
I'm
gym.
not dragging a body
Like,
around. I'm not
yeah,
doing
like,
any
it's
of that
just going
stuff.
too much. I feel like, yeah, females are a little bit more susceptible to
To being like
shit
harmed,
like that
yeah.
because
Yeah, definitely. Like we're way more at risk
know,
of like something happening
right.
to us than men are. But I feel like men could also, I mean, similar like danger, but like more like getting robbed or like men are not getting drugged at like to the frequency women are and like things like that.
Yeah, like even like
For me, I need like a fucking moose tranquilizer because they'd be like, God damn, we put 4 in her fucking drink. She's still standing
and
there.
it was crazy because there's this thing that me and Ava listened to, and they had like a girl that was going to college, and it was crazy because she didn't go to a Walmart in a certain area because it was in the hood.
Yeah.
So she
Walmart's a sketchy place in general.
So
Forget
she
about Walmart in
drove
the hood.
to the next Walmart over, and she went by herself. And next thing she notices, she's being followed. You know what I mean? Because
But women are
what
more
I'm saying.
like aware, and I said that to her. We were in the mall parking lot the other day, and I always like pay attention to what's around me. And there was a guy walking like maybe 10 or 15 feet behind, but he was walking too quickly for
No.
my liking. No, you were supposed to keep him away.
I can't save you.
He was walking on the thing. You could have grabbed him,
And then he jumped off, and you don't
and
want to be in frames. That's
but before he jumped off, you could have just done that.
Come on, my guy. Come on.
Okay. But I'm always very aware of what's around me. So he was walking behind us, but he was walking too quickly for my liking.
Yeah.
Just drop him.
He's like, yo.
He was walking too quickly for my liking, so like I stopped her from talking so I could pay closer attention to what he was doing.
always trying to shut me up.
Well, because I was not, I was like, oh my God.
Yo.
Is that animal abuse on camera?
Oh my god.
Fell on his back. What is
Oh, pet him.
Oh my god.
They're supposed to land on their feet. That was like Simba.
Yo.
Ava, you can give him wet food now. I feel so fucking bad.
Yo. Like,
I thought he was just gonna like go back down.
Yo.
That was like Scar, why Simba?
I really didn't think he was gonna like.
I thought he was gonna go back on his
I'm-
feet. I didn't know he
Yeah.
was gonna fall right into the fucking floor.
My man.
I feel really bad
See, that's what he did. He did that on purpose, so you feel bad.
Yeah, he did. He was like, "Bitch, now I give up."
Nah, that's it. He's like, yo.
Oh my God.
it.
I forgot what I was even talking about. Before the cat fell off the fucking table.
Yeah. Oh, the guy that was walking very fast.
Oh, so I'm like very like I always, especially when I'm with her, like I'm very like aware of what's around me.
Mm.
So he was walking, and I just got, you know, like you're like, why are you walking so quickly? He was walking to his car, but I was like, shut up for a second so I can listen.
Yeah.
And then I was like, walk this way, not directly to where my car was, but like around the other side to see.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and then I'll get in the car, and the minute I close the door, I lock the door. Like it's just stuff that you're taught as a woman to do to keep yourself safe. And she's like, you're so paranoid. And I'm like, but you learn to do these
Yeah.
things from a young age because
No,
you make sure
100%.
that no one's around you when you're getting in the car. You make sure you don't walk the same way when you get off the train every night. Like you're just very like aware of what's in your space. Because did you see the thing on on the news? Women were getting punched in the face in the city, like at
What?
random. Yeah, so there was a couple of women in like the span of a week that were like on the subway or like walking just down the street in
Yeah.
Manhattan, and some man was just coming up and sucker punching them right in the face,
Oh.
or coming up behind them and punching them in the back of the head and just out like KOing them.
Yeah.
So this girl was like, I didn't engage with this person. I was literally looking at my phone for something, and I looked up, and I'm getting punched in
Blah,
the face. Yeah.
yeah.
So like those things, like women are just like targeted more. Like women are not walking around punching. I mean, they might be, but like
Yeah.
the odds that you're gonna get knocked out by a woman on the subway are much lower than me
Yeah,
getting knocked
no,
out by some man on the
100%.
subway. But like we're taught from a young age to be very hyper aware of our safety.
Yeah.
Where like if that's why I'm like if I went out to a bar or a club and I wanted to go home with somebody, probably not going to your house. I might take you to mine, but probably not because I don't be murdered in my own apartment. Like that's embarrassing.
100%. So that's why I like that thing too. And they had a thing for a while where like dudes were like watching females like come out of their car, And I don't know what it was, but they were like putting something on their door.
Yeah, to
handle.
get them to get out so they could snatch them.
And then, well,
Or-
this
or
one is
harm
like
them.
once you grabbed your door handle,
It was to
somehow
make
it
you
was this
sleepy.
thing, yeah, that like seeps in through your
It was
skin.
I know what you're
And
talking
it
about. It
just
was
makes
like
you, like,
powder or
knock
like
out.
on a rag or something to make
Yeah,
you
and it was
yeah.
just like, zoop.
And it's dangerous. So like I
Or the ones where they like tie it so you can open it and you'd be like trying to untie it.
and as you're not paying attention, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they always say if you get in your car and something's on the windshield or on the door handle, just get in and drive away and worry about it. Like go to a police station or whatever and do it there
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
because you never
100%.
know. Like even
Have
when
to be
I
smart.
like no matter how safe the neighborhood is, like you just can't let your guard down as a woman. So when he's like, oh, women could go out and get laid whenever, and I'm like, not so much because I might be murdered.
Well,
in
yeah,
that
because
pursuit.
like, yeah, if you're thinking about it in the sense of like hypervigilance, like you're saying, like being very aware, I think 9 times out of 10, the woman is gonna rebound to somebody.
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
yeah,
But-
it depends if you've got like that rapport with people, you kept in touch
Yeah.
with people to do that. But I feel like we're also very like, not to sound funny, but like we're very like vibe aware. So like if I get a weird vibe from a guy, I'm like creepy vibes,
Yeah.
creep ick.
No, 100%.
It's like it's not like you chew funny ick. It's like you are dangerous ick.
Yeah. Well, I feel like.
Or, like, your
I
ears
feel
are
like
uneven, ick.
We bypass that fail
I feel
safe.
like
As
because
men, like we're like.
I think your ick would be more like why does she shape like SpongeBob? Where we're like, you seem like you could murder me and like
Yeah.
leave my like body parts all over Staten Island. So I don't want to.
100%.
So I feel like that's where like that argument for me like has a snag because yeah, like could you hit up 3 guys and be like, what are you doing? And they probably all answer, yeah, but like I can't randomly go out and get because I'm like I kind of want to live.
Oh, 100%. So,
Sheep.
And that's
I'm very
why-
sorry.
yo, my man is eating.
Straight to the floor, bro. I'm gonna have to edit that out. I'm gonna put the Lion King there because that's literally how he was off the thing.
Yo. I ain't lying. Damn. My
You
boy
good,
don't wanna-
boy?
He don't want to hear it from you right now.
No, he don't want to hear shit from me right now. I just want to make sure he can walk okay. Like whoops. No, I think he's good. Cats have like 9 lives, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Well, he just
That's
lost one.
when Ava pushed him off the fucking couch.
I did not push him off the couch.
Yo.
And even if I did, guess what? He landed on his feet.
No, he fell behind the couch. We don't know what he landed on.
Yo.
There was a bunch of shit behind that couch. We landed on the fucking drying rack.
Dude.
Yeah, I feel like that's where that argument for me loses steam because then I'm like, but anything about like again, block spinning. So like maybe in the regard of like if I hit up an old fling and was like, hey, are you busy tonight? They might be like, no, come through. Maybe we have a better ratio of like winning there. Because I feel
yeah.
like with guys, if you hit up an old fling and you were like, what are you doing? She'd be like, why are you texting me just to sleep with me?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Well, sometimes, not always. Sometimes the girl, it was always just that, and the girl's like, yeah, all right, I can come through.
Well, yeah, but you get, like I said, like, though, that's like a, you get like a 2-3% chance with that. Like
I
you
don't
said,
know. I feel like there's
depends.
more women now that are down with that than
Well,
like,
now in
years ago.
today's society, yeah, because like, I feel like there's like a shift going on. Like I said, to me, there's just a shift. Like women are more like, well, now, like how you said, more into myself.
Yeah,
doing
my
me,
needs, yeah.
You know, further in my career, this, that, the third. I don't need nobody telling me what to do. So yeah, they, you know, we're all humans, so we have needs. So
okay, he can walk.
that's about it. But I feel like women are now wanting to put themselves in the spot to dictate what is
Yeah,
gonna
to
happen
control
versus-
the arrangement or to control like the interaction,
Yeah.
or to just be because I think men historically expected women. I mean, historically or like biologically, yeah, women like sex means different things to like biologically, like you kind of expect there to be some type of emotional attachment. But I think women over time have gotten better of suppressing that
Yeah.
and just being like, yeah, like we slept together a few times and like you're cool, but I'm not gonna stress out about it. Where before, like I think men expected women to like kind of get like after like 3 or 4 times for them to get a little crazy and like possessive and like why didn't you answer me and who else are you with and what are you doing? Where now we're just like, okay, yeah, whatever, do you, I'll do me.
Yeah, so I think that is like definitely what's going on. Is we're having a shift in the
Shift
roles.
in the norms, I think, and I don't. If you fall asleep again, computer, but I think that's like part of the reason where I'm like, I don't know if that argument is 100% true because if women are now like, I don't even want to say acting like men, but like being more nonchalant with things, where
Yeah.
before they were very chalant.
Very chalant.
They were chalanting all over the place.
Yeah, like Like,
Now it's just
I'm
like-
tracking you.
Yeah, but well, think about it. Like before, like men were probably if on a normal spectrum used to the woman like texting and like wanting to have a conversation and wanting to like be connected and like how's your day and like what are you doing?
Yeah.
When am I gonna see you again? And now like you do whatever and then you don't hear from her for like 3-4 days. You're probably like, if you slept with a woman and then you didn't hear from her for like 4 days, wouldn't you be like, what happened?
Well, yeah, because that's what you're used to. That's what you feel is regular. You know what I mean? But also too, we could be in a time of like, I don't know. I feel like with certain things, I feel like you feel like the world itself maybe in a reset. Because I compare humans to like animals. You know what I mean? Like you have like a lion, right? Will go from one tribe to the other tribe, right? Do his thing, and he keep it pushing. But that female lion be keeping it pushing too, though. You know
Yeah,
what I
well, she
mean?
runs
Like,
her pack. Yeah, she
yeah,
does the
so-
hunting and whatever. Yeah.
So I feel like, are we like getting to a point where we are like nomadish, like, and we're just,
Yeah, but I feel like that. But then you think about
You
like
know?
other things that like now, like the average age to get married is older. The average age for your first kid is older. Like there's like I think it used to be like the people like us like that were like standalones that were like not married and didn't have more kids, didn't settle down, were like anomalies.
Yeah.
And all of our friends were married, but now it's like it's kind of 50-50.
yeah,
It's
starting
like
to
there's,
even
it's kind of
out.
like balance out like the nomads and like then like the tribers are
Yeah,
like kind of
like,
like
we're starting
even.
to, like,
So
kinda-
you're like okay, like now I don't feel like such an outlier because then there's a group of people who are like I want that traditional lifestyle, I want a husband and kids, and then
Yeah.
there's some of us who are like, I'm gonna be nonchalant. I don't want a chalant right now.
I don't want to chalant right now.
I'm not in a chalanting mood, so.
Yeah, no,
not the vibes.
I definitely get it. Like, you know, you see people, especially like when you speak with people, you're like, because definitely amongst people I know for sure, they're like, still a lot of people like my age, like yeah, I know a good group of people that are like married,
Settled
got the
down, yeah.
life of, you know, like you said, like that family life, and then there's like that other side of the coin where I know, like you said, where it's pretty even on the other end. These people are my age too, and they don't have, like, yeah, they have kids.
But some that have,
and they
I know,
have
but I
baby
know,
mamas
yeah,
stuff that.
and like
and they're
previous
doing their
relationships.
own.
Yeah, they're
thing.
just chilling,
They're
yeah.
just like,
And then there's some that don't have
yeah.
any, and we're just like, yeah, I like kind of saw all that out there and was like, like
Yeah,
I'm not
'cause
really taking an initiative one way or the other to either thing.
That's what it is. I feel like too. Like I feel like they feel like certain things were supposed to happen by now,
And it happened, and
and
you're
it
just like,
hasn't. So they're just like,
eh.
if it does, it does.
If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah, because I know some people that were like, I want to have kids and I want to be a parent and I want to do those things, and I know there are others who are like, I don't really care if I have kids or not. Like it's
Yeah.
not like something I foresaw myself wanting actively and pursuing.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like for me, I knew a while, like years ago, that I wasn't gonna have more kids.
Yeah.
But with that also came like okay, if I don't want to have more kids, there's a good chance I won't get married in that normal like 27, 28 time frame because
Yeah.
and if I do, it's gonna be to somebody who already has kids. So it's like that frame of meeting somebody who's gonna be like, I want my own kids, and I'm gonna be like, not here, buddy.
You see that? Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, you know, too. Like, there's like so even though we're like, there's so many ways to look at this thing. Because like you said, like even though like you get like your little nomads, your tribers, like everybody, and then within those sections is like subsections of people who's like all at a different
Point in
like
it, yeah.
point in their life.
Because I
like,
know
you
happily married people, and I know miserably married people, and I
Yeah.
know people that are like sad and single, and people who are like, I think this is like the lifestyle for me. Like I'd rather just have like more
Yeah.
casual things with people.
No, 100%. Like there's like that's what I say. So it's like it's all like I don't know. I feel like it's this one big soup of just shit.
It's yeah.
just
I mean, and I can
happening.
just I mean, and you can attest to this too. Like dating at this age is kind of trash.
Well, yeah, because you know it's
It's
like you
just
get like
shit.
the people that are like, yeah, I want something, and then it's like you meet the other people who are just like forcing themselves to date. Then you get like another side where it's like it to me I would say the most annoying part of it was like people forcing themselves to date
Or,
because they're like
or feel like they had to date because they had to be
Yeah.
reaching certain milestones, but
Yeah,
it was
and it's
obvious
like-
that they didn't do the work for themselves, and they weren't going to do the work for somebody else. And it was just like I think you're doing this just to do it because
Yeah.
society said we should be doing it, and it's like I'd rather you not.
Yeah,
Like, I'd
no,
rather
that's
just,
the
I'd rather
thing.
not. Like if it's not like a genuine connection and something you want to do, then like let's just be friends like that, or like
Yeah.
let's not. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like society dictates a lot of like what's normal and what's not normal by age group, by gender, by this, by that. So it's like,
Yeah, like I've always, in my book, it's always been like especially like, so like if it's always like, for me, there's a time thing there. Like with, if people have kids, obviously, off the rip, I'm not gonna go meet your kids. You're not gonna come.
no,
meet
there's
my
like a
kids.
time frame
You
and
know what
stuff.
I mean? Like that, to me, that's the only thing I have a time frame on. But it's like if other things like moving in and doing this and doing that.
Yeah,
like you can
that-
do
I don't
those
know.
things at some point. I'm not gonna say, yo, listen, we gotta be together for 18 years, then we moving, because then we know it's
No,
solid.
I don't
But,
think you could put a label on it, but I think that there's like,
You know, like-
there's like zones of like where like in somewhere in that zone, like it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, it could be 5 years, but like 1 to 2 years is like that early dating, like honeymoon, like dating phase,
Yeah.
and then like 2 and on, because some people are like, oh, by year 3, if he hasn't proposed, then he's never gonna, and I'm like, maybe there's like a zone again, but like at 24 months, I shouldn't be like, where's my ring? Like that's
No, yeah.
maybe like if you have the discussion a couple times,
That's
but I think also those things need to be, and I've said this before, you need to have those conversations
Yes.
early on. You can't
Go.
wait till 24 months and then be like, what do you feel about marriage?
Yeah,
Like
no,
those are like
100%.
early, fundamental, if you're going to date the
Goals.
person. If you're just out there to have fun and whatever, then I don't really care what your fucking stance on marriage is. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We're
No,
not going to get
100%,
married.
100%.
But like, if you're seriously considering dating this person, then how you raise your kids is a question. What do you feel about marriage or remarrying if they've been married?
No,
Like,
100%.
how do you feel about moving in? Because they might have had a really shitty experience and been like, I don't plan on doing that until like we're married or until we're
No,
engaged.
yeah.
And it's like, okay, I could be cool with that because I've lived with somebody and then I've lived alone now. I would fully endorse that. Like,
Yeah.
spend the weekend with me, I'll spend the weekend with you. But I don't think we really need to be in the same space for like right at 18 months, 20
Yeah,
months, 24 months in. I don't really feel like we need to.
And that's the thing too. I feel like people need to find people. I know they always say like opposites attract and all that kind of stuff, but I feel like if you're a person, and I'm not saying this to condone certain behaviors, but if you're a person where it's like, I don't need to be attached to the hip, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
to
there's
you,
different levels of people and
then-
needs emotionally.
Well, what I mean is like if I'm not clingy, I'm not going out there to find somebody
Who is clingy.
Who is clingy?
But I
because-
feel like the opposites attract thing probably means more like, I feel like more like basics. Like,
Yeah.
like, are you, like, do you put your socks in the hamper? No. Okay, I do. Like those
Yeah.
like quirky things.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, like foundationally, I think there needs to be an alignment. Because if you feel like marriage is kind of off the table or not a priority, and I think it's a high priority, and I'm going to get frustrated after 2.5 years of
100%,
you
yeah.
not, well, you know what, how I feel about it, and then it's going to become a fight.
Yeah.
That should have been something we walked back like months and months ago, or you were like, I don't really know, and then that's something I would have to be like, or you would even have to be
mean,
like,
yeah. It's
this
a-
girl's going to want to get married. Do I want to go down this road?
I was gonna say that's one of those situations where one of the parties have to walk away.
Yeah, or fully back down and compromise and be like, but sit there and be like, is this something I can compromise on? Does it matter to me?
Yeah,
And if it's
100%.
no, then no matter how much you like them, you need to be like, look, I think you're great, and I would have loved to like, get to know you more, but we just don't see eye to eye, and I want this in my life, and you're not gonna be able to give it to me. And if you do, you're gonna resent me for it.
No, 100%.
So we're not gonna.
So I think definitely like. I think the world is in a shift. Right?
Hi,
Oh,
kitty
he about to
boy.
come through
He
again.
wants to go in here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, my man said,
I
all right.
don't trust you anymore.
Yeah, you said, hold up.
You wrecked him off the porch.
So,
Simba. Yeah, I think that's, but I don't think that this
Will
generation does a
Smith.
particularly good job of conveying that need, or a particularly good job of
nah, because everybody's sensitive.
of being honest with it, because I think people are afraid of like restarting or being alone for a period of time, so they're like, I'll just deal with it.
deal with the bullshit.
I'll deal with it, or maybe he'll change his mind. I could change him, or maybe she will want more kids, or maybe he will buy me a ring, and then they don't, and then like you just kind of stay because now it's convenient, and you're like, all right, well,
Well, yeah, I feel like. Well, I also too feel like a lot of people, like especially like a lot of generation now, is like very like, and I mean this for both sides, like very sensitive and defensive. Like,
Well,
for
yeah,
instance,
everyone's
I
like-
tell Ava one thing and it becomes like a lawyer battle. Well, this is what happened, and this and this. And I'm like, yo, bro, I was just saying one thing.
yeah, like that's
One thing.
Yeah, it was just
I-
a
like,
statement.
you know, like that's it. I was just saying
I
one
do want to be a
thing.
lawyer.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that, like everybody gets like
You're gonna have
really
some
quick.
crazy
in
student
their-
loans.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people now are very like sensitive. It's not like how we were back in like when you look at our age group, we could have said anything, did anything to each other. And
But I feel like now social media
literally.
amplifies it because everybody
Oh,
has
yeah,
an opinion,
100%.
everybody has a platform, everybody has a voice, and there's like a million different things you should be feeling or do or don't feel and whatever. And it's just like I don't think people are 100% certain of what they truly want, and because they're fed so much information, so much content. So you're like, you meet people and you're like, do I agree with that? Or like, I don't even know, like, should I feel this way? And you're like, versus I think when you get a little bit older, like our age, we're able to, there's like more of like a filter where you're like, I don't really give a fuck about that. I don't
Yeah,
care
no,
at all. Like
100%.
these are like these are my 5 non-negotiables that like that I will not compromise on, and then the rest of them are like, maybe I could meet you halfway, or like depending on the degree of like what we're dealing with,
100%.
might or might not matter to me.
Like
Hello, sir.
Like I'm not like I'm not gonna lie. I thought,
Okay.
yo, I
Paperwork.
thought I was really good at like coming up with like excuses. I look at some
You are
of
the
these people,
king of excuses.
yo, but they make me look like shit now.
Yeah, they
make
put
me
you to
look
shame.
Yeah, like
They
I'm
did.
like, yo,
He went in the kitchen.
How is what you're saying?
Nah,
making
there.
sense?
I see some of these like TikTok stories where like the girl like went. He flew her out and whatever, and she went to the city and they went to a resort, and then she found out that he was married and had kids, a wife and kids 2 hours away and whatever, and it's just
Yo,
like.
that's what I'm saying.
And it's like, bro, what the? And I'm sure these things happened before social media, but
Yeah.
now it's more public and the information's accessible.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, do you know the amount of excuse and lie and audacity?
Audacity.
You have to
The audacity.
have a whole family and still promise a whole family to somebody else.
Yes,
Like,
the
and make
balls.
that
That's
work.
so desensitized.
And
No,
make it
I think it
work.
works for a period of time.
Well,
Like
no, 'cause
it's
the
a
girl
very,
doesn't
it's a
know.
very like. But even if she doesn't know for a long time, it's a very neat balancing act because once one starts to tip or one starts to get like, you're like, oh shit. So one has to kind of catch, and either that girl's gonna go absolutely ballistic and blow your phone up, or she's just gonna be like, I don't have any fucking time for this, and like, fuck you.
That's what I'm saying. Is like when we, like in this era, if I would have grew up in this era, it would be over because it would be everybody's nonchalant.
yeah,
Nobody's
but
chalanting.
nobody's chalanting now, but I also think
there was
you're-
a point where your mom, yo, she was chalanting so hard that I couldn't be nonchalant. Like
Yeah.
I had to
I was chalant enough for the both of us.
But that's what I'm saying.
I was
like,
scaling fences and breaking
But
down
that's what-
doors.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, like for somebody to live a life for 2 years with a whole. First of all, what's the one at home thinking? Where is she?
I think she thought he was going on business trips. I don't know, but I'm just like,
how do you go away for that long?
no, he was
Well,
the
I'm
wife.
sure it was
No,
like
he
a
was away for
day.
3 days,
That's what I'm
and
saying,
and it was
right.
during the week. So I guess I think he told the wife. I have to find the girl's TikTok. I think he told the wife he was going on a business trip, and she found out like mid vacation that he wasn't on a business trip and was like blowing up his phone. And he
Yeah.
left while she was sleeping.
And he
The
just
side
did
piece
shoo.
and just hit the dip and then ghosted her, like blocked her and
Yeah.
everything. So it's like those type of things. And if you were to spin the block and be like, hey, she would either be like, go fuck yourself, or she'd fall back into it because
No,
she
of
whatever.
course.
It kind of depends like the mindset.
yo,
Like,
like-
or you go to the iMessage graveyard.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like that, yo, we need to start coming up with a code. For
There's a
people
very
so we
but
can
there's
start
a
showing
spectrum.
people.
There's those of us that can put you in the graveyard and not give it a second thought, and then there's those of us that like overanalyze and
Oh, it's like the hoarders. Like
and,
they can't.
and
Like
they
like,
just because they internalize it and make it about them. If
Well,
you
yeah.
if you
Yeah,
if we
like-
were vibing and we were chilling and then you ghosted me, that says more about you than it does about me.
that-
I don't give a fuck.
But that's my thing. Is like if you buy 8 mouses, right,
Mice-
over
mice?
time. Oh well, yeah, you're right. 8 mice over
8
time.
mouses.
That means you gradually started liking better mice. So
More
why are you-
sophisticated mice.
Yeah, like why are you back here
At the main
with
mouse?
your basic mouse? Like,
You're a wired mouse.
Yeah, like you're
You're
like
wired
this, the
fucking.
DPI
You're
isn't good,
wired
like-
fucking Logitech
like,
mouse.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like this thing's half broken.
And then you got the one with the little plug in. Now you got a fucking Bluetooth mouse, and you're
Yeah.
like, wired mouse.
yeah.
Ugh.
But then it's like, but you won't get rid of the wired mouse.
The wired mouse
still.
is in the closet just in case. But that's my whole original argument. Men spin the block. They keep that wired mouse in there and they send that hey with 3 Y's, or they like a story, or they send a heart, or they do some funny shit. And I'm like, because I think women are allowed to be emotional about shit and
Yeah.
show emotion. I don't think men feel like they are. So they might feel a way that a woman deaded them or ghosted them or
Oh, no,
backed
of
away
course,
or fucking, or like,
100%.
like archived their number
Yeah.
and like hung their jersey up or whatever. But they can't say anything. They can't ask her why. They can't be like, what's good with your attitude? Like,
No,
why don't we see you
100%.
anymore? Because like,
Yeah.
if like, then the girl might misinterpret it and think that he wants more than he does. Meanwhile, he's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah,
where the
100%.
fuck did my fucking game time go? What the hell?
Yeah.
But they're not allowed to say it, so they kind of like hold on to it. It's an ego thing, and they're like, as soon as she's looking good and she hasn't posted nothing with nobody in a while, you're like, hey, do I still
Yeah.
got the juice? Like, can I still pull up?
Dude, I feel like, that's
I know,
like,
I know you too.
Because I think
once you
men
get
take
that-
it to heart too, but they're not allowed to be like, damn, bro, that fucking stung. She deaded me.
you know what is? I think you as a man, and I don't know, it's hard because a lot of people won't admit it, but it's as a man, it's very hard to admit that person got past that exterior and got to you to where that they hurt you. Because like once that person hurts you as a dude, you fall into this downward spiral, free fall that you don't even know.
But you got to do it alone because men don't call their boy and be like, bro,
No,
I'm so
of
bummed about this.
course.
Where I'd call Rosalie and be like, bro, I'm so fucking aggravated right now. Or this, like, I'm really fucking triggered. I'm bothered.
Yeah, because y'all have like this support group.
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
because
like-
we can talk about it. If you called up Justin or Lois and was like,
Yeah,
man, this bitch I was messing with, she just fucking ghosted me. They'd be like, so the fuck what? Go get another bitch. Like, that's
but
the
that's the
response that
thing.
men get. Although I will say, sometimes you get that, like, from me, like I said on our last episode, from me, I'd be like, so go get another one. Like, that
Yeah.
would be my response. But I'm also,
100%.
like an outlier where I'm a little bit more jaded and I'm more kind of like, I didn't get to, like, I don't know. I feel like I spent a lot of time like internalizing things and feeling bad about things and questioning my worth. Where now I'm like, I know what I bring to the table and I'm not afraid to eat alone. So either you pull up a chair or you can get the fucking stepping.
Yeah, no, and that's what I think too. I think, but you know what? It's become such a thing too, like for men to like you said. I think also too, like ego, and when your ego's bruised or your homies see that, like and they're like, yo, just go get another, because it's like men have that mentality of like conquering, like like
Yes, yep.
like all right, I was defeated here, but to make me feel better,
I'm gonna go
I
win
have
here.
to go win.
And another thing that one of my friends was saying is that men can totally separate, and I think women can to an extent do this also. Maybe not to the degree that men can. Like if a woman that they really vibe with hurt them or like ghosted them or they felt the way, they can go out and have completely meaningless and emotional sex with a woman and not think about her or care about her, not care, but like not be connected to her at all. Still be able to go have sex with her, do whatever, but still be thinking about the other woman. Where women do things spitefully, but there still has to be some type of connection with the man that they're doing that with. Like you can't just be like you repulse me. Not that the man's repulsed by the woman, but you'd be like you're mid. But I'll still do it. Where I'm like, women are like, you're mid, and I really don't feel like wasting my time. So it's like,
Yeah, that's always been a thing. Like, I think, and now, like you said, with so many people having a platform, you start to hear about it because, like, it was like where there was like this person I was listening to, and they were like, well, he was cheating, but he wasn't emotionally cheating.
Well, that's another
what I
thing.
mean? So
Yeah,
it's
because
like-
men can cheat physically and not give a fuck about the emotion, not be connected, not care what she's
Yeah.
doing.
So
Literally
that's what
just.
I'm saying, like, it kind of goes back to like what you were saying that you kind of like you're just
You put
there
blinders
to
on.
be there,
You put
yeah.
blinders on. You're just like, I'm
You're
here to
there
do
be
this
there.
because I wanted to. Like, I have a need, and that's it. Like, I don't care about anything else. Where women are like, I kind of have to like kind of like you as a person
Yeah.
because I can't be like absolutely icked by you and still have you like
Yes,
still
yeah.
sleep with you. Like, that
Yeah,
can't
no,
happen.
100%.
Like once you are in the ick zone, that is like an electrified zombie fence, and you stay on the other side.
Right,
You don't ever come out of Ickville.
Yo, that's gonna be
Like J. Cole has Dreamville, I got Ickville. Once you're in Ickville, there is no return from
so.
Ickville.
Listen, that's gonna be part of our new code for y'all. Zombie means he don't come back.
No, that's why I
He
said
or
the
she
zombie.
don't come
The
back.
zombie next to the graveyard means I don't ever want to deal with you again. The ghost means I might. I might.
Yeah, he's a spirit. So you
In
go
in the spirit of ghosting, like I might
Yeah.
because like it was fine, whatever. Or maybe because like we both kind of like mutually ghosted each other and it was cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. But like the zombie means you are dead and done, my friend.
it.
You're fucking graveyard
Like
forever.
you lucky I don't got my Michonne sword out.
You are
here to take
done.
you
Like
out.
Walking Dead, other side. Like
Yeah.
but also I feel like women are emotional creatures, but once they're done being emotional, they are cold.
Well, that's the thing. Like that's one thing that I feel like it's always that circle that repeats itself. Because I feel like as men we don't learn that. It's like because we get so wrapped up into the female, like keep coming back.
Well, you
that
get used to her.
Once it hits that dead stop, like
You're like,
boom, all right,
whoa.
no, like and then you're like,
Where'd she go?
hold up.
The fuck?
Where my callback at?
Yeah, like, oh, it's taking her mad long to text me back. What the fuck's
Yeah,
going on?
no,
Or like,
for
oh,
real.
she hasn't, every time the last 3 times I asked her to come through, she hasn't come through.
Yeah.
Or like she didn't spend the
Or you
night.
start to notice things. It's like, yo, come through. And it's like, nah, I got to do this tonight. And she wouldn't even be doing something else with another dude. It could just be.
She's just
she just
distancing
starting to-
herself.
yeah,
But
exactly.
that also ties into I mean, it's a little more relationshipy, but women stay until they can't stand you. So then they're just
Yeah.
they can wash their hands of you.
Yeah.
Like you might not realize she's distancing herself while you're still together because she's still coming over, you're still chilling. But while that's happening, she's slowly pulling bits of herself back until
Yes.
she's done. And then once she's done, you're like, whoa, you were just here last week. What the fuck just happened?
Well, yeah.
Where the fuck did you go, bitch?
Because it comes in like.
All of a
once-
sudden, yeah.
It's like
All of
once-
a, the cold spell. You open the front door and it's brick.
Woo!
And you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But women are better. I think women are better emotional manipulators like that. Like we can put up a face and still, because we don't hate you per se, but like we'll deal with you and we're just mentally like slowly checking out. Like we're cleaning up the hotel room and like changing the sheets and fucking opening the
Yeah.
blinds, and then we're just like 11 o'clock check out, and we're out of the hotel.
Done.
And then you're like, oh, you come into and you're like, where the fuck?
Where's
Like
everybody?
what's with the change sheets? What's going on? Like what
Yo,
the
man,
hell?
your card
The card ain't
work.
working. It's boop.
Your little key
Boop.
card.
You're like, what the
oh.
fuck? But I
Yeah.
think,
No,
but
100%.
some of those men will take it personally and never speak to you again, and feel away. And other men will kind of just chill in the cut and then try and come back at a later date.
Well, yeah, because you think about it like at a certain point too. As a male, you gotta once that happens, you start to reflect now on those timelines because now, like you said, you figure, okay, she's done. Now, in my mind,
Well, she might be done, or she might just be like, all right, this kind of got stale for me, or I felt like I was being taken for granted, or
Well, either way, we look at it as you're done.
Yeah,
As-
you
as-
checked
as
out.
If you don't
Left the
text,
premises.
you don't call, you ain't,
Or
you
you-
ain't
you
sp-
pulled back
you
your-
ain't spin the block.
yeah.
You done.
But
that.
women, sometimes
So-
we might spin the block sometimes, but I
so-
feel like we don't
yeah,
always.
But y'all still need like that recovery. I don't want to say recovery period, but y'all need that. Like in video games, you need that cool down time. You need that.
Yeah, because
time to
something
kinda,
triggered us to want to do that.
Right.
Be it like we were like this got stale, or like, like maybe like I don't know, like
Yeah, no,
I felt
and-
disrespected
and
by
listen,
something, or maybe I feel like the arrangement was like lopsided now, or some
Yeah.
shit, and I was just like, you know what?
But that's why I say like with us, when you guys hit us with that, it's like.
We don't hit you another. We just leave.
Well, that's what
We
I'm
just
saying.
leave you
Well,
a-
That's still hitting us.
We
with
just
some
leave
shit,
you in a
though.
wake
That's-
of coldness.
That's hitting
You
us with
just,
some shit.
we just took the comforter. We just ripped the comforter off on the way out the door. And you just got
so
you were
now
like,
I
what the
got-
fuck?
Now I gotta figure out. Do I want? If I go back there to get my blanket, right?
buying
Is
a
it
blanket.
worth it? First of all, do I want what she want? Am I just going there to play around?
Yeah.
Or do I want what she want? Or is the drama worth it? Or listen, let me talk it out and see what we can figure out.
Yeah, let me
like,
ask
there
a
are, like,
question.
different
But very
zones of
rarely,
that, like,
very
it's
rarely
like-
though, have I ever experienced a man directly being like, "Hey, why don't we link anymore?" Like maybe once or twice in my life has a man been that direct. Usually they beat around the bush. Or
No,
they just, or they
100%,
just like,
100%.
they come to like this gate and it's locked and they're like, oh.
You
And they go
ever-
like around the other way and they're like, this
Yeah,
gate's locked
it's-
too. What the
it's
fuck?
it's
Let me
literally
try the
like a
basement
cat.
door, and then they
Yeah.
keep like trying, or like, let me try the fucking window, and like,
Yeah.
and they keep like doing it, and it's just like instead of being like, what we were vibing, what happened?
Yeah, no, I'm just.
And I might be like, this happened and I felt this way, or I might just be like, I'm just chilling right now.
Because I'm gonna tell you, because I'm gonna tell you right now, anybody who, and once again, it's a lot, but anybody who doesn't come through specifically and says, "Yo, what happened to us? Why the vibe off?" is because they know that they fucked up.
They're aware that they pushed it too far.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's just like with kids, kind of like in the same mentality of like how far can I push this until that person snaps? Like how far can I like tread the line before the person but then I feel like as a guy you don't know if she's gonna snap and go off on you and just like go or she's just gonna be like I'm gonna see myself out.
Yeah, because best case scenario is shorty just say I don't want to fuck with you.
And sees herself out. And it's just like, I don't want any parts of this.
But then you get, again, there are like 5-6 times out of 10 where, your laundry
goes off.
About to be
Outside.
shoo.
But-
And now your homies know, your mama know, everybody know what you did.
Yeah, but I feel like, but also it depends on the degree. Like,
don't
were
want
you
that.
just like a situationship and like something labeled with no title, or were you in a full-fledged relationship? Because for me, that dictates my response level. Like, I might feel a way about it, but it's not worth me addressing, or I don't feel like it's something that needs to be addressed because we were not, like, we were just vibing, like we were just whatever. And I feel like even if I did feel disrespected or something bothered me, it's really not worth the conversation because one, you're probably going to hit me with, well, we weren't official or you knew what this was. And it's like, yeah, I did. But like, there's still a line. There's still like a mutual level of respect. And I don't really feel like having that conversation. So I'm not gonna, I'm just going to like slowly start putting my stuff back in the duffel bag and fucking walk into my car. Like game's over, 10 seconds off on the clock, we're done.
Like naturally, it's always the male to kind of be like, yo, we've been doing this for so long. I think we should make it official. You know,
right.
Out of a situation.
Historically, the woman expects the man to do that.
Right.
Because
it's
also
always happened.
It's always, but also then we think if soon as we hit you with that, y'all are gonna be like, whoa, no fucking way, bro. You knew this wasn't that. Like, nah, you're getting emotional, you're getting attached, and it becomes this whole other thing.
But that's what I'm saying, and it's always been like that because of our roles. Like that's what I'm saying. Like even now, like I see it where it's like, yo, like women are initially doing things. Like they're initiating things. They're solidifying their spot.
Yeah, they're kind of more vocal.
Where the guy is kind of like, yo, you are the one. Like kind of like what Jax did. Like, yo, you're my girl.
Yeah, that you're.
I'm committing to you.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
But
because they started out as a situation.
Yeah, they were an old fling, and she came back. But that's the thing. Like we've gotten women have gotten like a bad rep for being emotional and like being clingy, and then like the guy assuming that we know what it is and we're not going to create waves or ask for more. As soon as we ask for more, we're like, hey, I felt like this is where we were headed, and I felt like we were doing this level of stuff with no title. And then they're like, you guys are like, no.
Right.
Like we were just chilling. Like no.
100%.
Like oh, you're too emotional. Like oh no, you're getting attached. Like I thought we knew what this was. So we're like, but also then we're like, if you could be with me like this for this long, obviously you don't respect me.
Well, yeah.
Or you're too comfortable.
Yeah. Like I feel like after a certain amount of time, like that's why I say, and it's crazy that you're talking about it like that because that was basically the same situation in Sons of Anarchy with these two characters. Like literally, she was like, "Yo, listen, like I don't want to be here and waste my time." That's basically what she told him.
But
like,
she flat out said it.
Like she was like, "Yo, listen, like where are we going with this?"
Yeah.
And he was like, he said, "Yo, give me some time. Let me figure
to do it.
out."
Yeah, but also it depends.
And that's the kind of communication you need.
But she wanted that with him. It's not always. I may not, or women may not always want. They might like have a feeling, but it's like then they think about big picture. It's like we've been doing this way for so long, or however many times, or for whatever. And it's like and then you think about I think you kind of like create a picture of fantasy in your head of what could be, and not the reality of it. And it's like. Yeah, like we vibe, we hang out, we watch TV, we go here, we go there, we do this, we do that. But it's like fundamentally, I think about like a couple of things outside of that, like because you're in like this little bubble of just the two of you, right? You're at his house, you're at your house, whatever, and you're just the two of you vibing. You're not in a social setting with your friends.
Right.
So I think about a bunch of different things. Can I take this person to meet my friends? Would my friends,
Accept
would this person fit into my friend group and my lifestyle? Would they fit into the places that I go? Would they be uncomfortable? Would they like kind of align with what I do and where I like to be? Could I bring this person to a work event? Could I show up to a fucking work gala or a work party or work anything with this person on my side? Would they be comfortable doing that? Would they fit into that environment? Would they be out of place? Would they feel uncomfortable? And obviously the third one is, would they be able to sit down to dinner with my family? So we might vibe, like, we might connect really well when it's just the two of us, but if we can't mesh our lives together, I don't know if that conversation is worth having. Because I'm going to get disappointed. You're going to get disappointed. I don't fit in your world. You don't fit in mine. It's like a Romeo and Juliet situation.
Yeah, exactly. And to me, it just comes down to, like, what we said earlier, and basically like what Tara told Jax, like for me to have you, I got like, and within her herself, she knows because she knows that he's a more dominant
Yeah.
person, like in what he does with the MC.
Yeah,
and
100%.
stuff like that.
He has to be a leader. He has to have a certain facade about
she
him.
tells him, like, in order for me to be with you, I have to accept
This, and-
losing myself.
yeah.
So I feel like in certain situations, it comes down to, like what you said, it's just communication. Like, yo, listen.
And being
is
on the
this
same
what you
wavelength, yeah.
about?
Is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
are we
dog.
thinking the same thing? Like,
Yeah.
are we seeing the same path, or are you facing a totally different way? And then it's like if
Somebody has to bend,
somebody
though.
has to
Somebody
bend,
has
and
to
if
bend.
nobody bends and we're both comfortable and nobody's looking to like make the chessboard is stale and there's no one looking to
well,
make
yeah,
moves,
yeah, then-
whatever. But then if one person starts to feel away, or like now it's starting to feel like lopsided, or I feel like you're taking me for granted, or you're playing.
Well, you feel like if you're bending a lot,
Yeah, and the other person's
then the
not.
person's not
Yeah,
even,
and I'm like-
it's like not coming as a notice.
Yeah.
that I'm like doing this.
Yeah, it's like, all right, like we compromise. This was a compromise. We're just vibing, but now I feel like the vibe that the wavelength we were originally vibing on is different. You're kind of like all over the place, and I'm like, you know what? Like I invest my time in this and whatever, and I'm technically single, but I'm technically not, and it's like, do I want to keep doing this, or do I want to just like slowly see myself out?
Yeah.
So I think this generation does a really shitty job at conveying those things, and I don't think anybody really knows what they want truly because they're fed a
Well,
lot of
yeah.
and I don't know. I feel like at this men and women are kind of like it used to be like this, and the men dictated the relationship and the direction of it, and now women are like, no, I'm
They're evening up the odds,
gonna
yeah.
pull some of that weight too. So
Now you can't tell me.
yeah,
what
now
to
you
do.
can't tell. I can do what I want, and I think, but now, like like women are doing what, like they have jobs, they hold down their own households, like they're
Yeah.
independent. They don't need that dominant, like that fully dominant thing. Cause like, yeah, like all right, maybe like in certain like situations or like realms, but like I can do what you
As
do.
far as like finance and
Yeah, like I don't need you to pay for
like
dinner,
that,
and it's
yeah.
like, and it's also like men have needs, and so do women. So I think women are now being more vocal, being like, I just want somebody I can vibe with that respects me, that we have a good time together, and that's no fuss, no muss. I don't need to talk to you all day, every day. Like, I don't need to know how your day was, what time you want to be here, and that's it.
no.
And I don't think anything's wrong with that at all. But Ava's just fucking vibing over there. But we are, hello.
Yeah. She got her AirPods
Okay,
in.
she's got one earpod out. But we are coming up right on an hour and 45 minutes. So we do apologize that we missed a week, but we have enough content in here for you guys to keep you busy for 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's
And
no
tax
thing.
season's ending, so
Yeah, word.
we'll be back online.
And don't forget to answer the poll.
We're going to post the poll, and we need you guys to answer it so that we can dissect it next week, because I feel like this is a loaded topic that's got a ton of, there's so many other like avenues to go with this, but we will catch you guys next time. Be sure to check out our stream this week, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.